Boy, I want to show y'all that new intro so bad, but y'all got to stay tuned. It's Voch Lombardi. What's happening, man? We back like bra straps. Listen, man. Listen. Y'all know how I feel about about mock drafts and all that type of jazz, and they're hypotheticals that people hate on, and they say my hypothetical is better than your hypotheticals. Damn it, y'all love them. Y'all love them. So we got to do what we got to do to bring it to you. Hey, man, I ain't mean to scare y'all, but I move a little quick, man. Let me hop in these comments real fast. Jay McCullough Sr., what's good, man? Wyatt, Cullen, Josh, what's happening, man? Festus and the OG, man, you come through on all the videos, all the streams. Salute to you, dog. You platinum for sure, bro. You platinum. Robert, Brandon, Waldo. Waldo, where you at? If you get that. Blackout, JD. Look, bro, JD, you are responsible for letting me know how many people we got watching live, all right? Because we got a special guest today. We got one of my antagonists. He's a dear friend of mine, but he's one of my antagonists. We got the Falcons fan, Lieutenant Daniel Spencer. What's up, Dan?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Nah, nothing much. Just holding down for the Doski Woski, bro. I told you to get your mock draft together because I think you hate mock drafts kind of as much as I do, or roughly close by. But I wanted you to get yours together, and I wanted you to present it on my platform, so my loving listeners could have a chance to dissect what you dealing with. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine by me, man. I to be honest with you, I hate mock drafts. I cannot stand them. But it is what it is, man. You told me, hey, get your business going. I was like, all right, man, here you go.
100%, Mr. Wolf. So, hey, man, look, mock draft videos can get kind of long and shit. So we just gonna jump right into it, man. First and foremost, you have this thing that you do is very interesting. It pisses me off sometimes when you say it, but you're not a big fan of BPA. Best player available. You hear it all the time. You hear the media guys say it. I'm kind of guilty of saying it, but you feel like your word, your acronym, your system is better than BPA, or it's more effective. It's more useful in terms of picking out players for a team. What's your thing, Lieutenant Dan?
I mean, BPA. I just feel like BPA is a like layman's terms. Like it doesn't explain very much. I mean, you can say BPA and then be like, okay, well, what player does BPA go to? Like what school does BPA come from, and things of that nature. I just want to be more explanatory. I just want to be more focused on representing what BPA is. So BPA works in some situations, but I like system adjusted round fit. It's something that I started doing. I want to say about almost 2 years ago. It's been about a year and a half.
And what the hell is system adjusted round fit, and what does it mean quickly so we can get into this, Mike?
Yeah, system adjusted round fit is taking players not based on the round that they are projected to, but their fit in a system. So I hate to bring up this example, but like Keanu Neal or Deion Jones were, second round and third or fourth round projected players, and they were taken much, much higher based on the impact they would have on a system. So that's SARF in a nutshell, man.
So in a nutshell, you're saying sometimes you pass up on the better players to pick the players that fit better in your system.
Yeah, that's pretty much system adjusted round fit in a nutshell. It doesn't work with every team, and it doesn't work with every system. So you got to kind of play with it,
Okay. RJ Williams say 10 days till the draft. You goddamn right, it's 10 days until the draft. Let's jump right into it. Are you buying this nonsense that Mitch could go number 1 overall?
No, not at all.
Okay, so your number 1 overall pick is Myles Garrett, pretty much.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and like pass this up.
Let's go ahead.
Myles Garrett going anywhere than number 1 is pretty silly.
Pretty easy, right? But what we run into the ass whoop is the number 2 pick, right? Now I feel like the number 2 pick is trade bait central. Anybody can jump in and try to get in front of the Bears there. Now my Illuminati ears how my Illuminati ears are set up, I feel like one day John Lynch just gonna come out and say, "Oh, the number 2 overall pick is it's open for business. Come trade with us." And everybody went, "Man, we ain't finna take your dumb ass pick." But then out of nowhere, there's this report from non-Chicago Bears people. Nobody from Chicago said this, but non-Chicago Bears people said, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna take a quarterback, and it's not a debate." I think we really like Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not gonna call him Mitchell. We really want to take money, Mitch Trubisky. I think we're gonna do that, and there's nothing else we're gonna do. All of a sudden, the San Francisco 49ers pick gets a lot more intriguing because there's the quarterback possibility, but also there's the ass whoop Allen possibility. Jamal Adams can go there. Hooker, Leonard, either of the quarterbacks, Solomon, Foster. What are you thinking about for the number 2 overall pick for the 49ers?
Well, first of all, I went into their system and what they're going to be changing themselves to. So they're going to be playing the 4-3 under, which is Seattle and Atlanta. Usually those are the teams that you look at because it's branched off from Seattle and Pete Carroll and Dan Quinn, what they have kind of taught and kind of grown there. And it's impressive. It's an impressive defense, right? So they have their own nickname for Pete's sake, Legion of Boom. So everybody wants to have their own Legion of Boom. And how you start that is creating a defensive line that gives you power, it gives you speed. It's always taught there. So I think the second pick overall is going to be Solomon Thomas.
Damn. Tell me why you say like okay, you don't buy into the theory that they're going into this new cover 3 look, they're gonna need Hooker at safety. You think Solomon Thomas is without a doubt gonna be the guy.
Well, I think the safety class next year is going to be 10 times better. So what's going to happen is that San Francisco is going to get what they need for in the box now. And then next year they have a shot at a whole group of safeties who are very, very talented, who will be coming out and have a lot of impact. So Solomon Thomas takes one of their needs, which is a 3-tech defensive tackle, and slots that in. I mean, like they've got a slew of linebackers that can play the Leo spot, and you got Bowman, Ahmad Brooks, you got Eli Harold, and so on. But listen to the defensive line. You got Armstead, who can play a little bit of defensive tackle, defensive end. You got Buckner, which will probably be the 5-tech, and then you've got Tank, which is being touted as the Leo, the defensive end that's going to be rushing mostly from either the right end or the left end. So. Okay. Solomon Thomas brings, what they need at 3-tech and gives them the best interior pass rusher. And that's not even saying anything bad about Allen. That's just saying that it's system-wise, Solomon Thomas fits best.
All right. Hey, man. And pardon me for being so hasty. The phone line's open. We lit right now. So if you want to call in and hate on Lieutenant Dan for his picks there, the number's in the description, 515-739-1285. 515-739-1285 and the access code 309104. You can feel free to call in and hate on or agree with Lieutenant Dan, okay? Now, we put a little bit of ass whoop on that San Francisco pick because I feel like it's so polarizing, right? But we gonna put some legs on this mock real quick. What about number 3 to Chicago?
Okay, so I looked into Chicago's kind of area of expertise, and they're one of those power run teams, formerly power run teams, and I kind of looked at them and I said, you know what? Let me dig in deep and see what's going on with their defensive backs, linebackers, defensive front, and then let me look at their quarterback. And I found something pretty interesting. I have Deshaun Watson going here at 3.
Oh, hell no. Oh, wait a goddamn. Hold up. Wait a goddamn.
And let me explain.
Hold on.
This is going to be good. This is going to be real good. A lot of you guys will come away. It may not be exactly Watson, but this sets up pretty nicely, I think.
Are you saying Miss Trubisky ain't shit? Bears fans, call in and let us know what you think about Lieutenant Dan taking Deshaun Watson at number 3. Go ahead.
Okay, so they signed Mike Glennon to this big contract, right? And it's a 3-year contract, so he's gonna be really well paid. But by adding Watson, Chicago gets a young, talented passer, and they can groom him and eventually make him the starter, making Glennon kind of a well-paid bridge quarterback, to be honest. But I looked even deeper than that, and I said, what's the contract for Mike Glennon? And did you know that next season, they can drop Mike Glennon and get $12 million back, not even pay $1 million in dead cap? They can just,
damn,
bye.
Damn, keep going, Bears fans, I need something. Okay, so wait a minute, so damn, so we just gonna bypass Mike. I ain't see this coming. My bad. So look, hey y'all, look. When we had Sadie Fresh on, I had his notepad next to me, and I was just, I saw this coming. I'm just as confused as y'all. Somebody call in, Sierra Hall. You're the Bears fan. Let me know something. Black Sensei, call in. Let me know something. So you think the Bears would pick Watson over Trubisky because Trubisky there? I would understand if Trubisky went number 2. And the Bears are like, well, shit, we still need a quarterback.
Well, you know what? I went even deeper than that, and I said, well, let's look at the visits and let's look at the pro day and the combine and the private workouts and the workouts on campus. Let's go see if the Bears have talked to Mitch Trubisky. They haven't. They haven't at all. You know who they have talked to? They've talked to Watson. They've talked to Mahomes, and they talked to Kaiser. And they have their schlongs out for Kaiser right now. But I mean, what we're really talking about is that the two most talked to quarterbacks for the Chicago Bears are Watson and Mahomes. If you're not taking Kaiser at 2, that's ridiculous. That's
I know people that say taking Watson at 2 is ridiculous. What do you? Oh my God!
But I went at visits. I went I went and saw what are the Bears doing? You know, who are they talking to? This is not lying. This is not making stuff up. This isn't just for shock factor. This is who have they talked to? And Watson, they've talked to Watson a bunch. They let's see here. Hold on one second. I forgot to put up my notepad.
Man,
here, let me
do this while you doing that. While you doing that, let me do this. I'm looking at Sadie Fresh mock draft, and I don't even think he picked Deshaun Watson. Hell nah. And I'm looking at Voch Lombardi's mock draft. I had him going 27 to Kansas City. But you want Deshaun Watson to have some money out here. You want this man to get paid like a top 5 pick.
And I know that people will immediately come after me and be like, "Well, he's a Clemson fan. He's being a homer." I'm not.
They don't even know
Deshaun
you a
Watson
Clemson
ain't
fan.
starting year 1.
They don't even know.
And he might not start year 2. But the money situation, the gap that they leave, the Bears do, to get rid of Mike Glennon like he's a hand-me-down and just like throw him in the trash is there. They met with Watson at the combine, and then they had a private conversation with Watson before they actually just had him do a workout.
Man, I got somebody on the phone real quick, and I hope they hear the hate on you. Hold on, let me.
All participants are
first.
muted,
Right,
and
cool.
they can unmute themselves.
Okay, shut up, white lady. Okay, we're gonna do that. And 623, who this?
Yeah, this is Jake. I'm a Bears fan.
Talk to him, Jake. Talk to him right now.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with him. I do see, in fact, Deshaun Watson going 3. Like, he fits exactly what Ryan Pace wants in a quarterback. Like, either it's a giant smoke screen, like it could be like just a giant smoke screen, but it seems like there's a genuine interest there. I actually want to agree with this guy.
Holy shit, Lieutenant Dan, do you hear that?
I hear that, and I appreciate you coming in and being like, yeah, that works for me.
Because I'm ready to kill you. I'm ready to
Watson
to
gives you the best hope, but he's not starting year 1. I know that.
Damn. Okay, caller. What's your name again, by the way, caller?
Yeah, my name's Jake.
All right, Jake, you're bringing the noise, Jake. What else you got for the show, Jake? Just anything else this mock draft related real quick.
Yeah, that's one thing I just wanted to, mention. I just wanted to agree with what he said on Watson. I think he's going to be the top quarterback in the class. Like, I think this top with Mitchell Trubisky. I think that's just all like just hype. Like, people are just overanalyzing Watson, in my opinion. We're nitpicking and putting like his issues under a microscope, and we're overlooking a lot of Trubisky's issues as well. Like a big issue is, experience. Like coming into the NFL, you want to have a guy that does have that experience. And, I do not see Trubisky as a guy that has that, which is what, Ryan Pace says he wants in a quarterback. He wants a guy that can elevate his program, just like the way that Drew Brees did when he was scouting for him. So I see that as a very, very logical possibility, but who knows? It could be all just a giant smokescreen. We could be interested in one of these defensive guys like Jamal Adams or Jonathan Allen. Yeah, I could definitely see it could be all just a giant smoke screen, but there is a strong possibility that there might be a genuine interest there. I think Watson is the top quarterback of this class, and I think that is a really good possibility of the Bears going Watson at 3.
Jake, thanks for calling in, bro. Hey, Jake just basically said that Mitch Trubisky ain't shit, boy. God damn, that was a great call right there. Lieutenant Dan, what you got for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man? What you got for the Jags, man?
So the Jags could go in a lot of directions with this pick. I mean, they could go offensive line. They could go secondary.
You better not go
they need it. However, they have made enough signings in free agency that I believe they can afford to take a rare talent here, like Leonard Fournette.
Okay.
And lead to a rushing offense that will take the pressure off Blake Bortles.
Okay.
The microscope will be off Blake Bortles.
Look, I can feel the Jags fans giving one collective, oh, you better pick Leonard Fournette. Holy smokes. We got another call real quick. This is one of my platinum callers. Adam, what's good, man?
Hey, hope everything's going well on this one so far. We talking about the Jags?
Yes, sir. Dropping these balls like Dusty Rose. What you got?
Oh, man, I mean, he's one Fournette, I'm guessing. I think that's what I just heard.
Yeah.
And, okay, the question becomes, who do they have a running back, right? Yeldon
and Ivory, yeah.
But furthermore, yeah. What's their line look like? I mean, they just picked up Brandon Albert who's holding out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, if they're willing to do some kind of gap scheme running, it's going to be power-oriented, then, Fournette might not be the worst idea. We just saw somebody go number 4 last year with, albeit a much better situation. But I'm thinking about who's left? Who's the alternatives? So we have Marshawn Lattimore, probably out there still. Okay. I mean, he's pretty solid. I really like him.
You have a hell of a corner, a hell of a 3 tech, a hell of a free safety and strong safety. You got a tight end sitting up there. You got a receiver, depending on how you feel about the other Robinson, not Allen, but the other Allen Hearns, that is. So I mean, there's options there.
Right. So okay. So who are the safeties? Because I'm not much of the field to think a running back at 4 is a crucial need, especially when I kind of feel like that's one of the last things you put together. But who's their strong safety? Because Adams could be great at 4.
Yeah.
Could be really great at 4. I mean, you have some leadership in Ramsey. That's great. You have you brought in a bunch of high-priced free agents that they're always turning over. Okay,
their safeties are former Cowboy Barry Church and what's his face? What's his name? Obscure Gibson. What's his name? Gibson. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Gibson. Well, I mean, I think Church is okay. But I think that you're getting an immediate upgrade, not just in a physical play level, a viciousness level, a tackling level, forced fumbling level, but most importantly, leadership level. Now, a lot of people don't know the Jacks are playing at a top 10 level on defense near the end of last year. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Blake Bortles wasn't really lighting up all that much, but, I mean, that's a different story in and of itself. I think Fournette at 4 is cool. I wouldn't be too pissed off if I was a Jags fan if he got there, but, I mean, you got to go Adams, right? Like, he provides that essential nexus that the entire team is going to flow through. And as we've seen in the recent era, it's not the super-powered offense that's really going to come in and win you a Super Bowl. It's going to be balanced, but really it's going to be defense. I mean, Peyton Manning as a skeleton was able to win a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. And so if you're going to build around people like Adams, people like Ramsey, people like Fowler, that's how you win a Super Bowl. And if Blake Bortles is not that good, which I've never really thought he was that good, you're going to have to do enough for him to be able to make sure that he doesn't lose you games. And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel for the Jags here. Fournette, okay, but Adams, I think I'd be pretty excited to get Adams on the Jags and see what happens.
Hey man, those are valid points, but I think at this point, and I know Dan just cussed me out about best player available. The Jags don't really have a lot of holes. I mean, Adams is there, but you just paid what's his face from Dallas. You could go Lattimore. Depends on how you feel about your other cornerback situation. You got a free safety. You got wide receivers. You kind of got a quarterback. You just got a left tackle. Jags don't win like that, but they got holes filled up already. So, hey man, thanks for calling in. Right in the middle of your workout and all that. You sounded a bit out of breath there. Thanks for calling in while you was at Planet Fitness and all that. Leonard Fournette.
And they got AJ Boye too, so it's
you know what? Absolutely. Thank you, Lieutenant Dan, for letting me know they just got AJ Boye. So hey, yeah. Jags trying to plug in some pieces. What you got for Tennessee at number 5, bro?
At number 5, I was in between two guys, and I looked at one having an injury history and the other one having very few starts. So I went with the one that had more starts, and Garyon Conley.
Whoa! Are you saying Garyon Conley number 5 to the Titans right now? That what you saying?
That is correct.
Damn.
I think he's the best corner available for a CB hungry team, and he'll have to tackle more consistently in the NFL.
Are you saying Marshawn Lattimore? Are you saying Marshawn Lattimore ain't shit?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm taking the better of the two evils, with one having an injury history and the other one having very few starts as an actual starter. And I mean, Garyon Conley had a passer rating of allowing a passer rating of 14 on throws into coverage last year, and this helps shore up a secondary that surrendered the third most passing yards of any team last year and finished with the 26th ranked passing defense per Football Outsiders. So Conley will make it there and give them the shore up CB that they need.
Oh my God! What? If you a Tennessee Titans fan and you got any problem, you got anything you want to say to us, positive or negative, let us know right now. Turn your radio down, Dan. Holy shit. Damn, what the fuck is Daniel smoking that Kush? I don't think Dick LeBeau would pass on Allen. He passed high. His mock draft must be going backwards. Get this guy off the mic. Hell nah, we're not getting Dan off the mic. You just reaching to look like a genius. Voch, are you just trying to make yourself look like a genius by inviting scrubs on? Y'all not going to talk about my man, Lieutenant Dan, like that. We're not going to be able to do it.
This mock draft's not about pleasing the crowd. This mock draft's about who fits in what system. Is this the best player that we can take at this position? And it's not about the draft community, getting it their way. This ain't BK, okay? This is my mock draft.
Damn.
And this is how I feel that these teams will go and look at these players, especially after I've seen the pro days, the combines, and the private workouts and workouts from their place.
Talk that shit, Lieutenant Dan. To be fair, though, I will say that no matter who you talk to, everybody is going to have a mix-up at cornerback. Some people out here still thinking, Quincy Wilson is the best cornerback. Chidobe Awuzie is moving up, quickly for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's hey, salute to Lieutenant Dan for being bold and not just falling by the wayside based on what somebody else says. He's looking at something, he's trusting his eyes when he does it, and he's standing by his pick. Salute to you, Lieutenant Dan. JD just informed me we got 200 eyes watching on us. We lit, and we got somebody on the phone. 315, who is your team?
Hey, man, I'm a 49er fan. What's going on? It's Rob from Syracuse.
Hey, Rob from Syracuse. What's up, man? You got positivity or negativity? What you got for us?
All right. Well, I got some negativity, man.
Do it.
So, the Titans, right? I don't have a problem with them taking a cornerback. I mean, there was a couple picks before this that I got some beef with, but I just want to focus on that one right now. I don't have an issue with them taking a cornerback. I have an issue with them taking Conley over Lattimore. I mean, I understand at times in certain situations, Conley's got a better passer rate, you know what I mean, defender rating against him. You know, that makes sense. But how often was Lattimore covering the number one receiver, Conley covering number two?
Daniel,
you aren't wrong. You're not wrong. I played the two. I played out of the two evils. I played the one that felt the one that would fit Tennessee the best, and that they can start him right away and not be scared of putting him out there and having a situation. That was my thought process.
I'm sorry. The only thing that scares me about Lattimore is his injury history. Other than that, the dude is hands down the best corner in the draft. There's no question about it as far as I'm concerned. The guy, he takes your number one away every game. You know what I mean? As long as he's healthy. See, if he's healthy, your number one is going to have a tough time. And that's just it. He covers the number one. I mean, Conley, number two most of the time.
Yeah.
But what's to say that Conley can't cover a number one?
Damn. Talk to him, Dan. Shit.
No, I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just saying Lattimore for sure can. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
See, this was the same conversation actually about Robert Alford and Desmond Trufant. That Robert Alford can't cover number ones. And then all of a sudden he starts covering number ones. He was taken second.
Talk to him. And
he's kicking people's butts and taking pick sixes in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
So with the right training, Conley's going to be the guy. And I believe he's the better out of the two evils there, with you having injury history on one player, which I kind of take in regard highly, and then one guy not having a lot of starts.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, man. Hey, thanks.
I don't disagree with you. I think Lattimore is an amazing talent. I think he'll be an amazing talent in the NFL. I look at that injury history and I go, hey, whoa.
Whew, you can find Lieutenant Dan on Twitter. It's on the screen. Dan, what's your Twitter real fast before they cut this video off, Doc?
At UNGR Podcast.
Unintentional Grounding Podcast. You can find that on YouTube and Podbean, correct?
That's correct. You can find us at Podbean. We've been having some downtime, but yeah, you can find our podcast episodes there. You can also find us on Facebook and Snapchat if you want to be angry at me on Snapchat. I opened myself up for abuse there, but
let's move along, man. My man Ciaran, he's a Bears fan. He says the Bears have had a private workout with Deshaun Watson. They also met with Trubisky, Mahomes, and Kaiser. The big difference is Watson is the only one that's not been announced publicly. There are guys I know that say Watson's the guy. I don't know who your guys are, Ciaran. Your guys better than my guys to come out and say something like that, because I ain't never heard nobody say nothing like that. Lieutenant Dan, you are bringing some fire on my show unapologetically. Bringing some fire on my show. Who you got for the New York Football Jets, sir?
I see this a lot, and I don't think this is the wrong pick. I have Malik Hooker at the Jets, number 6.
Explain yourself right now.
And the Jets are a BPA team by the definition of the draft community. This is where BPA, I believe, fits perfectly. He's the best player in a slot of need, and he shores up the middle of the field, gives them, a ball hawk, somebody that can fly around the field. Not much to say about the Jets taking Malik Hooker other than he can cover pretty much everything. He's the best free safety in this draft. So, and that's something they do need.
Dan, is that your final answer?
Do you want that to be my final answer? I mean, I can. I wanted to move on to the Chargers, get going.
That's cool, man. Look, that's not a very polarizing pick, so we ain't got to hang out on that one too long. You know what I mean? Like no. that pick makes sense to me. You just bringing a little heat with this Garyon and this Watson stuff now. I'm just okay. I do kind of hate it when Jets fans when they mock quarterbacks here. They just spent a 2 on Hackenberg. Second round picks are very, very valuable. right? So if somebody is going to put a second round pick on somebody, they're not going to give up on them after day one. And Petty might be the bridge guy to get Hackenberg in there, and Long. Hey, push come to shove, get one of the 12 quarterbacks coming out next year. So the number is in the description. It is also 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. Follow me on Twitter at Voch Lombardi. Follow Lieutenant Dan on the grounding. It's on the screen. it's on the screen.
UNGR podcast.
UNGR podcast. Unintentional grounding. We're gonna go to one call and we're gonna move on. Juice, what's happening, bro? What you got?
What's going on, Voch?
Cool ass Juice. One of my platinum callers. Cool ass Juice. What you got, man?
Man, I'm sitting here and I can't believe the blasphemy I just heard right now, man.
Talk to us.
I don't understand how, if Malik Hooker and Jamal Adams are sitting there, why you would take Malik Hooker. In my opinion, I think Malik Hooker, he's a good middle of the field in space cover guy. Me personally, Jamal Adams, man to man, he can cover like a cornerback, man. Watching him at the combine, watching his tape, he has corner fluidity when you watch this man cover. He needs a little work on his technique, but if you polish up that technique, he can cover man on man. He can cover tight ends. I trust him covering in space more than Malik Hooker. That's just me. I personally love his leadership. I love the way he plays, and I'm higher on Adams and Hooker, man.
My man Juice sound angry on the phone. He's screaming at you, Daniel.
I'm boiling, man. I'm boiling.
He's screaming at you, Daniel.
Man, Juice, I appreciate you coming in and calling, dude. You know your stuff, man. You know your stuff. Well, man, this is the thing, is that the Jets looked at both. They looked at that Hooker at a private workout, and then they talked to him privately elsewhere. I believe that was a phone call. And then as far as excuse me, sorry. As far as your other safety goes, it's been almost the same amount of talk. So they're kind of keeping it close to the hips about which one of these safeties they're going to be taking. But both have had private workouts and both have had private discussions. I think either one of them makes an impact on this team. I just think that Hooker as a free safety, especially since we're going to be playing a lot more nickel in the NFL than we are going to be playing straight up man-to-man because of the way things kind of have morphed in the NFL, that Hooker will be more valuable for you here. But that's my 2 cents and my mock draft. So,
and
whatever you want, Juice.
Look, like seriously though, like there's been conversation, about Adams and Hooker debate or whatever, and sometimes you'll walk out of it thinking Adams is the clear-cut guy, but these conversations are like closer than we think they are. People really, they're excited about the upside of Hooker and about what you get with Adams. So we really don't know what's gonna happen. Juice, that's all you got. We about to move on, bro.
One more thing real quick. I'm just interested, are you guys worried about Hooker's medicals? Because I saw how Daniel passed up Lattimore and took Conley number 5. So is Hooker's medicals less concerning to you?
That's a great point.
I feel that way. I don't feel that injury is as big as what's going on with what has happened with Lattimore. And he's been a repeat injury person. So that's Hooker hasn't. So that's just my view, I guess. It's not meant to sway or make people upset about it. It's about just trying to get you guys to see some different views, see some different ways that it could go.
I got you, man. I appreciate you doing this, man. It takes a lot of guts.
That's what I'm talking about. I was just about to say that. Juice, appreciate you calling in, bro. We about to move on. That's my platinum caller, my man Juice right there. Hey, Lieutenant Dan.
Mm-hmm.
So San Diego Chargers moving to L.A. They're gonna be roommates with the Los Angeles Rams. Time out. Let me say this real fast. Yes, we are having film session tonight. I'm dropping a film session after this. If y'all was following me on Twitter, y'all will know who I'm dropping film on tonight. So y'all can either go over to Twitter, Voch Lombardi, and like that pic, and y'all will know who we doing film on tonight. And you can go to Unintentional UG Podcast, UNGR Podcast. Right?
UNGR Podcast.
You can go to UNGR Podcast and send your hate at Lieutenant Dan and check him out. And we we gladly appreciate that. LA Chargers, what you got, bro?
I consider this another boring pick. But I consider this one that it has a little backstory to it. Mm-hmm. I have Mike Williams going here. I would love Corey Davis to be in LA with the Chargers. That makes perfect sense. But here's my process behind the Mike Williams pick. I think that Tyrell Williams emerged kind of an excellent deep threat for the Chargers last year. And they still need a reliable chain mover to complement Tyrell Williams. And the Clemson product out of Mike Williams is he's capable of using his size to box out defenders on third downs and in red zone type deals. So while he's not going to get a ton of separation at the next level, and that is my opinion, he will pair very well with Phillip Rivers. He's going to be slinging it a lot.
So you telling me we got ass whoop Allen on the board still, Jamal Adams on the board, Reuben Foster, Marshawn Lattimore, Corey Davis, Derek Barnett, all these guys still on the board. Is Mitch Trubisky still on the board? And your ass want to take Mike Williams. That's interesting, man. That is interesting. That is interesting. Hey, Charger fans, cuss us out. let us know what you think.
I just feel like the Chargers are going to be one of those teams that you have Keenan Allen, Terrell Williams, and Mike Williams, and you're going to have a huge pair of corners to be able to take on all three of those guys and be extremely physical with those people. Or else you're going to have the risk of getting torn apart by a pretty good wide receiving core when you put Mike Williams in there. So,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, y'all can also follow me on Snapchat if y'all don't want to call in because y'all may be a little shy or something. You know what I'm saying? You may want to just send a little voice recording on the Snapchat, and I'll just play it through the phone. It's Voch Lombardi, just like VOCH LOMBARDI. There's Black Adam Schefter. There's Stephen B. Smith. I don't have any side Twitter names. It's just Voch Lombardi, just like that. And I got a Snapchat right here from Daniel Koch. And he want me to read. Okay, popular player number 1. Okay, we're talking about Garrett. Quarterback number 2. Okay, he's just letting us know he likes Myles Garrett at number 1. Easy peasy.
Cool.
Carolina fans seem to think that they don't need a cornerback.
Right.
There's a cornerback here. The past couple of days, we've been hearing whispers of Christian McCaffrey to the Panthers. He's there. I would say ass whoop Allen is a good option, but they just signed Kawan Short today. That's a little take there. So what you thinking about with Carolina? Also, if I may, Cam Robinson is a possibility. Damn it, Jamal Adams on the board. What you got for Carolina?
For Carolina, I know he hasn't really talked to them. He hasn't really visited. And this is a Panthers team that's going to watch this draft unfold and see this guy fall to them and go, come on, really? Like at this point, and especially when you have Mario Addison, 29 years old, Charles Johnson, 30 years old, and Julius Peppers, 37 years old. You got to take Aswell Allen here.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay.
This is
gonna pass up on
all about Sarf. There's going to be some BPA here.
So they're gonna pass up on Barnett and McCaffrey. They're gonna pass up on Cook, OJ Howard on the board, Adams and all that. We got ass whoop Allen at number 8 to the Carolina Panthers. That is interesting. Real fast. Then we're gonna jump into the phones. Then we're gonna get Daniel's opinion. Daniel Kosh from Snapchat, pardon me, he wanted me to let y'all know that he thought the play at number 1 to the Browns should be quarterback. That's interesting. I would like to hear you call in and rationalize that. Hey, if y'all gonna snap me, don't send me long paragraphs. I will look right past you. Peyton Gallagher on Snapchat, he said, "Can you plug my mock?" Okay, he trying to get some free plug. Maybe later. Let's go to these phones real quick then. Real quick, since they've been waiting. 562, who this?
Sam Pena.
Sam Pena, what you got, man? You a Chargers fan, Sam Pena?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go into it.
Dan. Okay.
Talk to him, Sam. Talk to him.
It's all right,
Sam.
man. You need a hug? I'll give you a hug, man. It's all right.
I like Mike Williams, okay? He's the number 1 wide receiver. But you just said something that really stuck with me. You said that Mike Williams is a chain mover, and that's what the Chargers need because they got Tyrell Williams as a deep threat. The Chargers already have 2 of the best chain-moving wide receivers in the NFL, Keenan Allen and Dontrell Inman. Those 2, that's literally all they do is they get the first down. They move the chains. The Chargers...
Wait. Hold on one second.
A chain mover.
Can my final answer be Inman ain't shit?
Oh shit! He say Inman ain't shit. Sam Pena, he say Inman ain't shit. What you got to say about that, Sam? What do you?
What I got to say about that is that Inman did incredibly well last year as a number 3 wide receiver.
But Dan just said he not shit though.
No.
And Keenan Allen gets
hurt. Hang on, Dan.
This
The chain mover is not going to be a number 1 wide receiver, so you're not expecting a chain mover to put up number 1 wide receiver numbers. You're only expecting a chain mover to put up number 3 and number 4 wide receiver numbers, which is what Dontrell Inman did. And you also just completely ignored that they've got Keenan Allen there at their wide receiver position. And Keenan Allen is definitely not only a chain mover, he, when healthy, can be one of the best receivers. So if you've got 2 chain movers already, you don't need a 3rd chain mover. I like Williams, and I wouldn't even necessarily call Williams purely a chain mover. But Dan, if Jamal Adams is there or Jonathan Allen is there, the Chargers can grab a chain mover like Jiu-Jitsu Smith in the 2nd round. Why would they bother taking a chain mover in the 1st round if that's the way they view him?
He talking to you, Dan. What you got to say? Allow me to retort. He talking to you, Dan. Now what?
All right. So first of all, I didn't leave Keenan Allen out, even though you can go back and see that I didn't say his name. I actually got cut off by Voch and said, kind of get going.
Damn, it's my show.
He's a similar, Keenan Allen is a similar type of player, but has played just 9 games in the last 2 years, and he's returning. He's just returning to peak form in 2017. So adding Williams to the mix, it makes Los Angeles a much more difficult to match up with, and opponents will need to counter the Chargers' passing attack. Man. That's how I feel about that.
That's fair, but if you view Mike Williams as a chain mover, then a chain mover is not worth the number 7 pick. You got to take a guy who is worth number 7, like Ashley Allen or Jamal Adams, right?
You aren't wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I mean, what I'm putting down is that you're trying to give Keenan Allen this big this is the guy that's just like Mike Williams. He's gonna, he can take that slot. We don't need Mike Williams. Look, Keenan Allen hasn't done anything recently, and you can move Mike Williams around to different slots. It's the same thing with ODB. You can move ODB. Odo Beckham Jr. You can move Odo Beckham Jr. around the field, be 1 or 2 or 3. You can do the same thing with Mike Williams.
Damn. Yo, Sam Pena, I know you're not agreeing, bro, but the phone's on fire, bro.
He did it at Clemson, so I believe in this pick.
Sam Pena, thanks for calling in, man. God damn, Carl Lewis, we on fire. This is so interesting that it worked out this way. And if y'all are a fan of the show, this should be a little ironic for y'all. Non-unintentional grounding Daniel. What's up, man?
What's up? So I was the dude talking about taking a quarterback at 1, but what I want to talk about right now is the absolute joke that is Asswhoop Allen at 8.
Okay. Let us know about Asswhoop Allen at number 8. Go ahead.
Okay, so he's a 3-tech. He's not a defensive end. You were listing defensive ends. He's not a defensive end. You're not telling me that he's going to he's running a freaking 5-second 40, and he's not going to be playing pass rushing defensive end. He's a 3-tech, and the last thing we need right now is a 3-tech. We just re-signed K'Wan Short today to an $80 million contract, and we just spent a first-round pick on a 3-tech last year with Vernon Butler. We do not need a defensive tackle. What we do need is a safety. And also, you said he was the best player available there. He's not even the best player available. The best player available is Jamal Adams, who I think should be the pick there based on your scenario.
Damn. Non-unintentional grounding. Dang, is that all we got? Because we on fire today, bro. That's all you got?
No, I got two more things.
Go ahead.
You were talking about visits earlier. Well,
Shit.
Panthers have had a private visit,
outside
workout, and outside lunch meeting with Jamal Adams. Haven't even met with Jonathan Allen. Mm-hmm. So there's some more evidence that it should be Adams there. Also, about the quarterback at 1, I think you can't afford to not take a quarterback at 1 if you're the Browns.
Damn.
Because you can't afford to miss on 2 straight franchise quarterbacks if there's one in this draft. Now, I think it should be Deshaun Kaiser, but whoever you like at quarterback, you have to take there because Myles Garrett can be great, but you don't want to end up the worst version of the Houston Texans. Outside of being able to get a good quarterback, but not good enough to make the playoffs, or at least not good enough to make an impact in the playoffs. You take a quarterback, and you can snatch up a Barnett or some good defensive player at 12. You cannot waste this opportunity.
Non-unintentional grounding. Daniel bringing the fire, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yep.
Holy moly. Donut shot, man. Let me get non-unintentional ground off the phone because he was just snapping on regular unintentional ground. What? That's a tongue twister. Dan, you good over there? Because we letting you have it today, man.
I mean, I knew I was gonna get roasted by most of the community. I'm fine, man. It's just a mock draft.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. The next call, my favorite pimp from Carolina. What's good, man?
Hey, you already know, Big Boss. What it do, baby?
Man, I'm holding down for the Doski Woski, trying to slap it, pappy, snap it, dappy. You know what I mean, man?
Man, I'm picking up what you're putting down, big player. Listen, man, I ain't got a whole lot of time, so let me just jump into it.
Yes, sir.
The guy that was just on the phone, he don't even know what you're talking about.
Damn.
Because listen, I'm a fan of Vernon Butler. That's the guy we drafted last year. But he damn sure ain't Jonathan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
On his best day, he is not Jonathan Allen. So yes, I am good with Jonathan Allen. That's a good pick. You know I like Solomon Thomas. But let me tell you, I'm gonna give you something.
Yes, sir.
Now, of course, I don't have no insider information, but I'll bet you anything on draft day, Carolina Panthers are going to trade up to number 2, and they're going to take Leonard Fournette. You heard it here first.
They gonna you saying the Panthers gonna take Leonard Fournette? That what you saying?
The Panthers are going to trade up to number 2 because the 49ers, they're going to be looking to move down. Carolina's going to see an opportunity. They're either going to take Leonard Fournette, or if the Browns decide for whatever reason not to take Myles Garrett, Carolina's going to pick up the next Julius Peppers, baby. You already heard it.
Pimpin'. You hold it down for the Doski Woski, the Peasky Whiskey. Keep dropping bows like Dusty Rose, you know? Keep your hands strong, you know?
I feel you, man. And hey, one more thing, baby.
Yes, sir.
Another interstate in Atlanta done collapsed today. And that's because everything collapses in Atlanta, big baby. Even that terrible football team. Peace and love, homies.
Thanks for the call, man. I got some of the best callers in the business, dog. Like, look, hey, I know y'all like your YouTubers, dog, but I got the best callers in the business. You know what I mean? Let's jump into this. I don't know who this is. 803, who this?
Hey, this is Cody.
Cody, what's good, man? What you got for the show, man? Quickly.
Hey, I just got a couple things. Anybody who thinks the Browns need to take a quarterback at 1 is crazy.
I agree.
Straight up crazy.
I agree.
And then the other thing, and this kind of ties in what I was saying, the Deshaun Watson pick, hey, I get it. Got to get a quarterback, especially with Mike Lennon. I sent you on a 1-year contract. But the Broncos proved you can win without a quarterback. And in a deep defensive draft, and you're at number 3, you need to get the best guy you can get there. The Broncos had the worst quarterbacks in the league when they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get on to Deshaun Watson at 3, but I understand the reasoning because, having a rookie quarterback and that rookie quarterback contract would really let you spend money at other places where you can help build the team. But yeah, and then I wanted to question you, Phillip Rivers being 35, why aren't they taking a quarterback there? Because he's not going to last too much longer.
They'll probably take they'll probably take a quarterback, but they may not take one that early, man. You know, with Rivers being so old, they may try to get that window out of the way. You only got three or so more years to have them. They may try to build around them quickly. You know what I mean? Thanks for calling in. Damn it, I forgot your name. My bad. Thanks for calling in, bro. We gonna take. Damn, we need to get on with this mock draft. Hey, callers, hang on the line real fast. We about to move forward a couple of picks. Let's move forward 2 picks. Let's get the next 3 picks out the way. Cincinnati, Buffalo, and New Orleans. Explain yourself, Dan. What you got at Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, I guess, is another shock pick, but makes a lot of sense for Cincinnati. Forrest Lamp's going here at 9.
Oh,
and they finished tied for 25th in the NFL with 41 sacks surrendered last year. And they just lost 2 of their best offensive linemen at left tackle and right guard. They need help on the offensive line. I think Lamp is athletic and versatile prospect with potential to start day one at left guard or either tackle spot, to be honest. I like his scheme versatility. He can jump from scheme to scheme. That makes him the best pick here for the Bengals. Bills. You want to make
time out. Shouts out to my other admin, JD. He said we currently at 230 pairs of eyes live right now. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody watching right now. We're going to jump right into them calls in a second. Y'all hang tight. Dan, what we got Buffalo, number 10?
Buffalo gets Hassan Riddick out of Temple.
I've been seeing that.
And this gives them a super versatile outside or inside linebacker, be able to drop back into coverage. And I think Hassan really, really fits what Buffalo needs. Gives them a kind of a SARF pick here. Best for their system.
Okay.
So,
and the New Orleans Saints. Last one before we
New
get
Orleans
back to
Saints,
the phones.
This is hilarious. But this is the truth. Over the last 3 weeks, New Orleans has courted Taco Charlton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
no.
Like taking him and taking him out to dinner.
Oh boy.
So this is a surprise to most, and you're all going to be all up in arms. But hear me out. Derek Barnett could go here. Yeah, I understand. But based on the drafting history of the New Orleans Saints, it's more likely that they'll follow that pattern of guys that are raw but can turn out to be really amazing talent, Sheldon Rankins and Artius Pet. So I think they'll go down that same draft path, and they'll take Taco Charlton.
Oh, no. Saints fans, call in right now. Everybody, if you a Cincinnati fan, call in and react to this Forrest Lamp pick. Buffalo, react to Hassan Reddick and the New Orleans Saints got. I might have misheard you, man. Say it one more time. Who you have for the Saints? I might have misheard you.
The Saints went to their nearest grocery store and they got some taco shells and they filled it with some meat, and it's going to attack Matt Ryan and the rest of the NFC South.
Taekwondo Charlton. Damn, that is interesting. Let me jump to. I got a couple snaps right here. Hey, if I gotta read them, I'm moving on. So I hope y'all got some sound on it. Let's see what we got. Javi, what you got? No, okay. Alex, what you got? No, y'all making me read. Come on, Steel Jedi, you're making me read. Peyton, y'all making me read. Come on, y'all making me read. We ain't trying to do all that. 757-410. My cell phone just overloads. Who this is?
This is Tavion from Virginia.
Tavion from Virginia. What you got for the show? Quickly.
All right. I'm a Saints fan, and taking Taco Charlton's like the biggest reach we possibly do at number 11.
Damn. Tell me about it.
Like, we're in no position to take the 5th best defensive end available. We have the best linebacker out there, Reuben Foster.
He ain't even the 5th best. But go ahead.
And I don't like Derek Barnett being he's like the 3rd best defensive end. I'd rather take a shot at Lattimore, who could be the best corner, or take a shot at Foster, who could be the best linebacker.
Damn it, Jamal Adams on the board right now. Y'all don't see
Jamal
that?
Adams out there, the best player available is Jamal Adams. All defense we can get. I'm just glad you didn't give us McCaffrey at number 11, like some people are doing.
Damn.
Dude, I wouldn't do that to you, man. I know you're a Saints fan, I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm not doing that to you, man. That's wrong.
But you gave me Taco Charlton, which isn't much better.
It's the same thing, Dan.
You gave me.
I don't think so.
Boston.
That's fair. It's the same
You
thing.
gave us Ruben Boston.
I'm about to get you out of here, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling, man.
Thanks for calling, man.
All right.
Holy moly, donut shop. Juice called in for some reason. Juice, you already been on the phone, man. You got 30 seconds. What you got, bro?
Yo, real quick. Everyone who's saying you can win without a quarterback just because Peyton Manning and the Broncos did it. Look, Peyton Manning's a different breed. Yeah, he threw his picks, but I mean, come on, he controls the defense with his mind. He controlled the games. And two, for the caller earlier who said Mike Williams ain't a chain mover, I want him to go to the Clemson national championship game and fast forward to the fourth quarter. That's all I gotta say, man.
Thanks for calling in, Juice. Juice said, I'm about to call in again. We got a couple snaps before we get back to the phones. Phones don't go nowhere. Josh, what you got? All right, Josh ain't got nothing. Cal Jack, what you got? All right, he sent the picture of Russell Westbrook. He's mad. Hey, man, if y'all gonna communicate through the snaps, give me some audio to work with.
Steelers are taking secondary at pick 30. They've already publicly announced it.
And still, Jedi selfish ass want to jump in and talk about the Steelers way down the draft board. Come on, Steel Jedi. Shouts out to him. Follow him on YouTube. Josh, I hit the snap. You ain't sent me nothing, bro. Let me rewatch it. Yeah, man, you ain't sent me nothing. 240. Who this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Gary, man.
What's happening, Gary? Where you from, son? Where you from?
DC.
DC, Gary. What's up? What's up, son? What you got for the show, son?
What's going on? I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, but I'm calling in because I wanted to, the only thing that sounded kind of crazy to me was that pick by the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like if the draft turned out to go that way, I don't see them taking whoop ass Allen because their secondary was kind of beat up last year. Their secondary was depleted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they got Adams right there, or or the best corner available, I see them going secondary.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I saw some people in the comments. They were saying that they just drafted Vernon Butler and they just signed Short, so that's your inside presence right there. So hey,
right.
we not perfect.
No, it's all good though. But everything else made sense. Like up until that point, that it actually makes sense. And all these famous analysts and stuff, the way they say things are supposed to go, it don't never turn out like that anyway. So his was the first. This was the first mock draft that I seen that was like totally different from everybody else, and it kind of made sense, when he broke it down. So yeah. I kind of respected it, except for that Carolina pick. But I was wondering, can I call back for the Green Bay?
Yeah, man. Let me set your name in here. What's your name again?
Gary from DC.
Gary from DC. Yeah, man. Call back in when we do the Packers, and I'll get you right through.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. We got a platinum call on the phone, man. We got my man Addison. What's good, man?
How you doing, Voch? Good to talk to you again.
Holding it down for the Doski Woski, brother. What you got for the show?
Hey, just wanted to say good job on the mock so far. I want to talk obviously about Chicago, Watson at 3.
Let's do it.
Couple things real quick. There's no way that Jamal Adams is getting past the Chargers. They need safety help. Weddle is gone a couple years ago. Jamal Adams isn't getting past them. Reuben Foster's not getting past the Bengals. They're not taking Lamp with Reuben Foster still on the board. But otherwise, I like the mock. Watson, man, Chicago fan base is split on this one, man.
You know what? Time out. Let me just cut you off for 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. Let me just present this to you, okay? As a Chicago fan, would you rather have Deshaun Watson and Budda Baker or Jamal Adams and Davis Webb?
Oh, do I have to pick Davis Webb?
if I'm just looking at a quarterback safety pairing combination, right? And I think the quarterback that may be there, Webb or Peterman, if it fell that way, I think you would much rather have Deshaun Watson if that's the guy you want. You would much rather have Watson and Baker over Adams and Webb, right?
Yeah. No, I hear you. The thing about Watson is he's exactly what Pace's kind of guy. I mean, Pace has said what he looks for in a quarterback, and he checks all those boxes. I mean, the issue is Glennon's got a $15 million guaranteed for next year, but as Dan said, I mean, you can cut him after next year with little to no cap hit, and he's gone. And Watson's not ready to start year one. The issue is whether you want to draft a guy top 5 to sit him on the bench for a year. You're not giving Glennon really a good shot. And I watched Glennon's tape coming out of college. Dude's not bad. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be the answer, but personally, I'd want to trade down. I think 3 is too rich for Watson. I love Watson. If it's me, I take Adams, and I try to trade back into for a Mahomes, or maybe even go into Nate Peterman. I know Pace likes him. But I'll tell you what, the sleeper, I think Kaya, for his lack of mobility, he's got a lot of good pocket play. I mean, he has got the best mechanics, I think, of any QB in the draft so far, including Mitch Trubisky. What do you think?
I'm with that. You know, Kaya is definitely a robot, and we're going to go ahead and mute you so we can get rid of you after that so we can move on to show. Thanks for calling in. Kaya, he's very underrated, man. But, you know, the narrative for Kaya is if you can get enough guys around him, you know, he can make it shake, and I'm with that. Some people saying that about Josh Dobbs, and I kind of need y'all to calm down a little bit. But that's interesting. You know, you don't have to take a quarterback first round. You know, if you want to go Adams and then go get the next best player at 34, 35, whenever the Bears pack, then go get Kaya in the 3rd or 4th round or the 5th round. That's an interesting angle. Appreciate it, Ass. Thanks for calling in, man. Now we got a bunch of these Snapchats lined up. If these snaps ain't good, I'm canceling snaps for the whole show. I need this thing to work.
Oh man! Holy moly, Voch.
I will cancel Snapchat for the whole show. We got about 30 of them. So Cal Jack, what you got, man? Okay, he sent the picture. Okay, that's strike one. Non-intentional grounding, Daniel called back. Non-unintentional grounding, Daniel hit me back.
Falcons blew a 28-3 lead.
Damn.
Okay.
That's fucked up. Peyton Galler, what you got? Okay, he sent me some text. That's strike 2, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Josh Culbertson.
All right, Botch. I don't know if my sound was off, but what I said was, if Daniel has the Browns pass on Adams at 12, I'm going to flip.
He said if you have the Browns passing on Adams at 12, you're going to flip. Could you hear that, Dan? Could you hear that so I don't have to repeat it again?
All right. Get ready to flip.
Damn. Here we go. Let's see. What else we got? Big Ego. That's a funny name. Big Ego. What you got, man?
The Cincinnati Bengals are not going to take Forrest Lamp at number 9, and Mike Williams is not a body catcher.
Pardon me, y'all. Big Ego is a draft expert, Andrew Parrish. So, Andrew Parrish, you can feel free to call in whenever you like, sir. Cullen Klein, let's move this thing forward. Okay, that was Allen Houston. Okay, we're gonna move on, and I'll just be back. Snapchat is Voch Lombardi if y'all got something you want to say. Let's move on with a couple more of these picks. Dan, who you got number 12 for Cleveland?
From pick 12 to pick 17, by the way, I worked hard on this entire draft, by the way. I just want to let you guys know, but pick 12 to pick 17 was just, it felt really, really good. All these people fit so well with the teams that they're going to. So pick 12, Browns get Mitch Trubisky.
Okay.
That's almost like the whole discussion up there at 1. This makes this completely null and void. He wants to be in Cleveland. Rare QB talent. And I mean, it'll kind of be the storybook pairing. And give them somebody that can he'll survive because they've got they had so much offensive line help come through the free agent market. So
see that's
Trubisky's pick.
See, that's the funny part about it is when Browns fans see the number 1 pick is always Miles, so they have an opportunity to just not say nothing. But the 12 pick is when they get to call in and hate. So Browns, if y'all don't like the 12 pick, let me know. Arizona Cardinals, Dan, what you got?
I adore this pick. This pick is amazing. Mahomes to the Cardinals, man. Mahomes, get crunk. Mahomes to the Cardinals. This is, come on, man. Bruce Arians, he would salivate having Mahomes. Like Mahomes Arians marriage is like a match made in heaven with, he's got that athleticism and he's got that howitzer right arm, and this would match very, very well. And Palmer can teach him for a little bit, and then Palmer will go and Mahomes will step in, and it'll be like Palmer never even left, except they won't be throwing so many interceptions.
Pat Mahomes is my number one quarterback, by the way. Follow me, Voch Lombardi, on Twitter. Follow Lieutenant Dan on Twitter. UNGR Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting better. It's on the screen. Y'all feel free to call in. Also, hit that subscribe button if y'all just sneaking past this thing and y'all not subbed to me already. And join the notification squad. Hit that little bell next to it so you can know when I do random little shit like this. What you got for Philly, the Philadelphia Eagles? What you got them going? A long snapper?
This was a toss-up for me because if the Eagles weren't going to take them, then the Colts were. And vice versa. Like if they weren't going to take the other guy that I wanted, then the Colts were going to take him. So I have Lattimore going to the Eagles here.
Okay.
I think this is really not even a biggie, right?
That's a great pick. I feel like Marcus is better than this. I feel like Marcus is better than this, but it fits.
I think at this point in the draft, then you start going, I overlook the injury the injury history. And I think the Eagles take the jump and take Lattimore. They go, this is the guy that we need. This is the guy that will fit the system.
If you can get Lattimore at 14, that's definitely a steal. Let me say this though, Dan, you're a Falcons fan. By any chance, spoiler alert, do you have the Falcons taking Jamal Adams because he's still on the board?
No, I don't. In fact, actually, here at pick 15, the Colts take Jamal Adams.
Damn, that's interesting. Now, Colts fans love this, but the other 31 teams not going to understand it. So that's interesting. Okay, so we got those picks in. We're going to get some reactions. We got 225 some odd people watching. Salute to y'all. Let's jump right back into the Snapchats, man. And I hope y'all got something productive to say, man. I hope we don't have to cancel Snapchat. Okay, Cullen Klein.
Hey, yo, Voch. If Daniel doesn't draft a defensive end or a linebacker with the Miami pick, I'm putting ass whoop on that phone line, bro.
I need you to put some ass whoop on that phone line just in case. Daniel, do you have that going to Miami? A defensive lineman going to Miami?
Oh, let me scroll down real quick.
Don't tell me, but do you?
My computer is a little slow. Let me scroll down just a second.
Because I really want him to put some ass whoop on that button.
You'll like the pick.
Okay.
I think you'll like the pick.
He might like
it'll be good.
Steel Jedi, what you want, man?
Listen, guys, it is just a mock draft.
I agree, Steel Jedi. It is just a mock draft. Peyton.
Thanks, Steel Jedi. I like that.
Don't the Panthers still have Star Latuele?
Yeah, but I think his contract is like, I think they were faced with, we're either going to pay Star or we're going to pay Kawan, and they chose to pay Kawan and draft Vernon. So I think,
and they had Coney Ely, right? And they traded him away to the Patriots.
Coney Ely is now a Patriot. Michael Phantom, he left some text. We're not gonna do it. Mitchell, he left some text. We're not gonna do it. All right, moving on. We got a bunch of people on the phone. Hey, phone people, let's not take up all day with this. Let's get in and get out and get on with your life. Let's get started. 240, who this?
Yo, Voch, this is Ken from DC, man.
What's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Well, I'm an Eagles fan, so first I was like, Dan go letting us down.
Okay.
He gonna pick McCaffrey. I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, okay.
I'd be cool with Lattimore, but I don't think he's gonna fall that far. I don't think Adams gonna fall that far either.
Okay. That's fair. Who would you prefer? Like, you cool with Lattimore?
Oh, I'm absolutely cool with Lattimore, but I think that's a dude that even with the hamstring injuries, like, he ain't getting out the top 10. Like, someone's going to look at that stupid combine numbers and look at what he could be and be like, nah, I'm going to take this dude at, like, 7 at the latest. You know what I mean?
Fair enough, man.
Also, Dan, like, I know this is your mock draft. I'm not trying to hit or anything, but like guys like Adams, for example, like the Bills have Darby. They just signed Micah Hyde, and they have a bunch of hot garbage in the secondary. So, like, how are they going to pass some dudes like Lattimore and Adams? Like, I just don't see that.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of hot garbage over there on their linebacker spot too. So it's like
That's
which one of those
but
poisons
they're
are you
getting your boy
willing
Reggie
to go
Ragland
and pick
back
one
too
guy
from injury from last year.
So I would just kind of get the rangy linebacker and put him there and have a nice day.
Hey man, thanks for the call, bro.
I'm gonna get off the phone, Voch. I'm gonna get off the phone. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Junior Jimenez, what do you mean Voch is a pineapple sometimes? I have no idea what that means, bro.
Yeah, I just read that. What the heck?
What the hell that mean, dog? I'm grown. Know what that mean? Cool. 954. Who this?
What's up, man? It's your boy Ken from Atlanta.
What's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Yeah, man, I got to talk about some of these picks right now, man. First off, I'm not going to knock you for the Cleveland and San Francisco picks, man. They can very well go that way. They make sense. But number 3 is Chicago, Deshaun Watson, the first quarterback off the board, man. Listen, Deshaun Watson is barely getting enough hype as a mid to late first rounder. Top 10 is way too high for Deshaun Watson, man. And I love Deshaun Watson. I'm a Giants fan. If he's there at 23 and we thinking about him, I would be okay with it. But number 3, the Chicago, man, that's too much. I'm looking at Mr. Trubisky goes there, man. He's not ready to step in after, Glennon falters about week 3 or 4 when they start thinking about making a switch. At least Mr. Trubisky can come in and by then have a decent handling of the playbook and be able to come in and do a little something. Deshaun Watson is not ready. He hasn't been making the full read of the field. He's going to struggle with his drops. It's too early to take him there. All right.
Can I chime in real quick?
Go ahead, Dan.
Wasn't this the same story of Russell Wilson?
Damn.
It was, but Russell Wilson was a third round pick?
Yeah, so instead of passing up on the next Russell Wilson, why not take him?
Dan?
It's one thing if you're a third round pick and they take that chance you come and do well. You're top 3. Listen, you're saying that because hey, they got a good one with that pick because Russell Wilson, by all accounts, wasn't ready to come in and perform the way he did. So did Dak Prescott. Look how many years apart those two things happen. It doesn't happen very often.
Let's not talk about the GOAT Dak Prescott, but go ahead.
Hey, he ain't gonna go against my Giants. Let's get that right.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get you off the phone, bro. Appreciate you.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Thanks for calling in, man. It wasn't because of the Cowboys hate. We really got to get along, but the Cowboys hate pushed you off the ledge. My man, thanks for calling, bro. I got a platinum caller down here. Let me get him in. Jalen, what's good, man?
Yo, I came to talk about this Colts pick, but first I want to talk about the Titans pick.
Quickly, go ahead.
I love that pick.
Mm-hmm.
He runs like a 4.44. I feel like T.Y. Hilton will abuse him every time. They're going to set him up by going that fly route, and then they're going to work from there. I really don't see why he's getting picked number 5 overall.
You feel like T.Y. is going to...
That's horrible.
Okay, Gary on. You think T.Y. going to whoop Gary on. Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then, but the Jamal Adams pick, it's a really good pick. I won't lie. I don't think he falls that far, but I also want to point out that we kind of do have 2 young safeties already, kind of. Like, I know everyone clowns T.J. Green. He was pretty awful, but I feel like he's going to come back and play a lot better. And Clayton Gathers, I thought he was really good. The first 2 years, he's been really good. Jamal Adams is really good, and I still think we should get a pass rusher, but, Jamal's good. I think he fits the bill. They're becoming a more physical team, especially with Jonathan Hankins lining, and he'd be good for it, but I just don't know that kind of pick. Even if he was there, I don't know if Chris Ballard takes that. Like, I feel like if he's there, Chris Ballard's trading that pick away, to be honest.
All right, Jalen, appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling. Dan, you have a comment?
What on the Colts? No, I'm good. It's just a mock, man.
Okay,
I'm not a rapper.
Just a mock, man. My man Dirk. Me and Dirk argue a bunch, but that's my dude. At the end of the day, man, he wanted to get a little comment in. I'll read Dirk comment. I ain't reading the rest of y'all. Cause Dirk,
who is that? The Rook 10. The Rook 10. I see what Dan is doing. He's making crazy picks so the Falcons can get something good. You guys are going to be like, what the heck with the Falcons pick?
Right. Don't jump. Don't.
It's not even that great.
Don't jump to conclusions here. But Dirk basically, he asked basically what Dan been saying for a while with the whole SARF thing, right? He's saying, why do people make picks based on? Well, why do they think that teams make picks based on what they did in a college scheme? That it'll be more based around the pro scheme that they're going to. For example, I guess if you're talking about Pat Mahomes and he's in his air raid system, don't look at him being in an air raid system. Look at what his big arm can do for a more vertical system or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that goes based on what Dan been talking about with the scheme adjusted round fit. Teams are going to pick based on how they fit with their team, and that'll be the best player for our team. Therefore, that player goes first. Garyon Conley, hey man, the Titans may want a corner that don't want to put hands on people. You never know. We don't know. I'm not Cleo Lombardi, Vastradamus. Dan don't know the future, but nobody knows how this thing is going to shake out. But let's just let's not get pissed off because y'all think that y'all know the answer. Okay.
I mean, I look at the same thing with Conley. Just to make a real quick point is like Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel wasn't a big hands guy. He wasn't going to put hands on you, but he was going to cut right in front of you and intercept the ball and take it for pick six. So I mean,
yeah. Moving on, we got. Let's get these 3 calls out the way relatively quick. I want y'all to come in and make y'all points. I'm gonna get y'all out. No problem, Dirk. And we're gonna move on with the rest of the draft. People got work in the morning. 423, who this?
Hey, Voch, this is Justin. I joined your group not too long ago, and I gotta say I love it. Salute to you, my friend.
Justin, what's happening, man? Salute to you, brother. What you got for the show, man?
Okay, I gotta ask. Everybody knows I'm on your group. I'm always defending Josh Dobbs, Derek Barnett, Josh Malone, all the Vols.
You sure do.
Why the hate? Why the hate on Josh Dobbs? I gotta ask. Why the hate? Why does everybody think this guy is going to be like the 13th round draft pick? Ain't got nothing to do with anything in the NFL. And I'm wondering, why does everybody hating on him when all I saw him do was throw 20-plus yard touchdown passes, absolutely led like running type offenses, just lit up scoreboards. Where's the hate? Why the hate?
Dan, do you have an answer for Mr. Justin about why everybody hating on Tennessee Volunteers, especially Josh Dobbs?
Okay, so like in my opinion, and I don't believe that Josh Dobbs is a bad player, but I think that NFL scouts and teams look at Josh Dobbs and go, they don't believe that he can throw those same passes at the NFL level versus the collegiate level. I'm not saying that. I don't believe that. I think quite the opposite, actually. But I think NFL teams are just worried, and they give that out, and then the draft community has to suffer for it, for like guys that are as talented as Dobbs is. He is very talented. But that's just, I think that's what NFL teams do. They got a business to run, so they got to take the safest, most system fit type of player. And I think Dobbs just scares them. That's all.
Justin, the volunteer. Hold on, wait. Let me. I muted the hell out of you. Go ahead. Say what you had to say, real fast. Wait, let me unmute you first.
Just two real quick. I was just going to say I agree with that absolutely. I just think that a lot of people don't see that kind of throws. Like if you go and watch his ball game, and watch that pass that he throws to Josh Malone for the last touchdown he ever throws, it's just beautiful. It's just an absolute NFL caliber throw, and I don't see why anybody doesn't see that. But hey, thank you for answering my call. Salute to you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Let's go.
Justin, the Tennessee Volunteer fan. We're gonna get 2 more calls. We're gonna jump right back into this mock. 404. Who this?
Yo, what's good, Voch? This is Rashad from Baton Rouge.
Louisiana boy. Shouts out to Rashad from Baton Rouge, man. What you got, man?
Yeah, I'm a Cardinals fan, and I just wanted to say I love the Pat Mahomes pick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he fits the bill for Bruce. But at that spot, man, we got to get Jamal Adams or Reuben Foster or Derek Barnett. There's too many other holes in the team that we can fill. Arizona feels like we can win now. So, you know, with Carson playing at the 2015 level that he played at when we made it to the playoffs, we can win now. One thing, I'm just saying that I still love the pick. But one thing that I just also like to throw in, too, would be like, last week we had quarterback visits. and Pat Mahomes wasn't one of the guys to come to Arizona. We brought in Davis Webb twice, actually. We brought in Deshaun Kaiser, and we brought in Mitch Trubisky. But we didn't give a visit to Pat Mahomes. I love Pat, but I don't know if Bruce really. I don't know if he really sees how good he can be.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Hey,
Rashad from Baton Rouge, man. Thanks for calling in. How you a Cardinals fan in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man?
Hey, man. Hey, that LSU secondary over there, yo. If Jamal Adams is on that board, let me tell you, Tyron and Patrick are both going to be in that war room chiping at Steve Keim and Bruce to get Jamal Adams.
That's what this about. That's why you want. That's why you want Jamal Adams, because you a damn LSU fan from Baton. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for calling, man. Appreciate you.
Shout out to you, man.
And we got one more call. If this who I think it is, let me see. 980. Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? That's your boy Vic.
All right, cool. What's good, bro? What you got for the show?
I just want to talk about the picks. I'm a Colts fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't get the Jamal Adams pick. He's a box safety, but the Colts have picked up Darius Butler. They re-signed him. He's going to play free safety, and they have a draft pick in Clayton Gailers who played good. So that's not really. I don't think he's going to get in the field really. So I don't get the pick.
Bro, let me tell you something, dog. And I'm gonna let you finish. But first of all, this shit ain't gonna happen. But if Jamal Adams falls to the Colts, you better be doing backflips in your living room, dog. And you make room.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. I get the value, but I just don't see the fit. But I mean, a lot of these are really bad picks. This ain't gonna happen. This is terrible. Deshaun Watson is Johnny Manziel, and I'm in your group. I guess you probably seen my post. What I said. The only difference between Deshaun Watson and Geno Smith is one beat Alabama.
Damn.
That's my NFL pro comparison to Deshaun Watson. He's so inaccurate. He was so up and down. And like Mel Kiper, even though he's the worst draft analyst on television, like he said, there's a reason Deshaun Watson was considered a second-round pick before the playoffs. I mean, all the way up until the end of the season, before the playoffs, he was considered a second-round pick. Am I wrong? So how can we just elevate him to top 3, top 5, top 10, top 20 after 2 games? That doesn't make any sense.
Talk to him.
Garyon Conley, that's not happening. Marshawn Lattimore, it's better, and there's a big gap between him and the other cornerback.
But let me say this though, bro. Let me say this though, because I don't want you to walk in the draft day thinking that, and you mess around and get your feelings hurt. Nobody has a clear idea.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm a Colts fan. I would be happy if they got Garyon Conley and passed on Marshawn Lattimore. But I wouldn't be surprised if that. I just don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
And then Asswhoop Allen falling all the way to Carolina. Carolina, again, I could see them picking it because of the value, but it just doesn't make a fit. It doesn't make any sense, really. But, again, if Reuben Foster's on the board for the Colts, if you gave me a scenario where it's some way, hell froze over and I had to choose between Jamal Adams and Reuben Foster at 15, I don't give a damn about no medicals, none of that. I'm taking Reuben Foster over Jamal Adams. He fills a need. He fills a gaping hole to help that defense at Indianapolis, because the biggest problem with the Colts is their defense had Andrew Luck sitting on a sideline looking at games. He couldn't get on the field. So from that pick, I would just put Reuben Foster right there. But I mean, this is a garbage mock, by the way. But I just wanted to comment on that.
2 points, and I was about to mute you first, then make the 2 points. But I want to hear what you got to say about this. 2 points, real fast. Every mock is garbage. we do it because y'all asked us to do it.
Agreed.
2, to defend the number 8 pick for Asswhoop Allen in Carolina. Remember how y'all felt when the Jets had the best D-line in the league and they asked took Leonard Williams anyway? That might be the same type of deal. Thanks for calling in, though, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir. Oh man, every mock draft is shitty, dog. I don't want y'all going around valuing one hypothetical situation over the other. We're not gonna get into that one. Dan, you good over there?
I'm good. I'm still breathing. I haven't had a heart attack yet. We're good.
Plug your Twitter and your podcast and your Facebook live stuff. Plug all that real fast before we move on.
Hit me up at UNGR Podcast. That's Unintentional Groundings Podcast. Or excuse me, that's our Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering now. Go hit us up on Podbean for Unintentional Grounding podcast episodes. We love to hear from you guys. And then you can hit us up on Facebook as well with Unintentional Grounding. Go follow us there too.
We got one more call. Let's get this one call out the way before we move on to the next piece of the mock. 267. Who this?
Yeah, man, this is James out of Philadelphia.
What's cracking, James from Philadelphia?
Yeah. So I popped in after the notification came up that your stream was up. I'm like, okay, there's a mock draft going on. And then I come up here and I see that Marshawn Lattimore fell to us at 13. Is this even possible? Like,
it could.
How does Garyon Conley go before Marshawn Lattimore?
Okay,
in
just
any way, shape, or form?
in a hypothetical situation, if someone had, people feel like I feel like Marshawn is the clear-cut number one guy. Then everybody else and everybody else could be a scramble. Marlon could go there. Tre'Davious could go there. We have no idea. Garyon, Chidobe Awuzie, and somebody could feel bad about Marshawn's medicals and take the next best cornerback. It's possible.
Okay, I feel that. But, I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks on in this first round. And, man, this quarterback class is trash, man. I mean, this is one of the worst quarterback classes I've seen in my lifetime. Like, this is bad. Like, how do you have so many going in the first round?
Hey, man, it's cold-blooded. But listen, it's getting late, though, bro. Appreciate you for your reaction. We going to move on, all right? Appreciate it. Dan, who you got for the Baltimore Ravens?
This is just way too obvious. It's Reuben Foster. He's going to the Ravens. He's gonna team up with his former Alabama linebacker teammate and C.J. Mosley, 2-time All-Pro, by the way.
Man, Ravens fans
basically make a Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowen like kind of team up.
Ravens fans are tossing their hats in the air right now. Holy moly, donut shop. Washington, who you got?
Washington, I've got Dalvin Cook, who's being courted heavily by the Washington Redskins. They cannot wait to basically walk up there because I don't really think there's going to be another team that wants to just grab Cook. There's too many needs up to this point. So they're already celebrating that they're about to get Dalvin Cook.
I had that same exact pick about a month ago, and people called me crazy. I mean, they see that part of the downfall of their team was they couldn't get the run game going with whoever the hell they had run the ball. Hey, man, go get your running back. You've been building your offensive line. You got Cousins there. Help Cousins out. Get your running back. What about Tennessee?
Speaking of Cousins, by the way, adding a player like Cook on the offense would go a long way toward convincing him to signing a long-term contract with Washington. I mean, I'm actually seriously asking Washington fans, would that do that?
Right, exactly. My man, cool ass Drake said he's gonna finish eating. He's gonna call in and let us know how he feels about Reuben Foster. Especially he might be pissed off that Dalvin Cook went right after him. We're gonna see because I know cool ass Drake loved Dalvin Cook. What about the Tennessee Titans' second pick?
The Tennessee Titans, with their second pick, decide to go with Corey Davis, and that gives Marcus Mariota a true number one pass catching option. This is the guy that's gonna do it all for them. So. And then, they still have Derrick Henry and DeMarco Murray, so, they can keep people honest while still giving Corey an ability to do what he does. And Corey can help them out because Corey's, all around. He's no stranger to blocking. He'll put hands on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's take it all the way down to we're going to go to that pick right there. What about Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Who they got?
The Tampa pick, I know they need a running back really, really bad. But they did pretty well without Muscle Hamster. Not the best, but they definitely did better than expected.
To be fair, Quiz Rogers was their best running back last year, and I loved him.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And he was still doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I have Tampa taking a really strange pick, but it makes sense to me with Tampa taking Obi Melifonwu. Yep.
Hold on. Let me do this. Let me move that out the way.
Draft. He hates Obi.
Let me put this over here. Let me hit that volume button. I'm gonna hit play. Explain.
Obi Melifonwu is a measurable. Like they salivate over the measurables, and he's had several courtings with Tampa Bay at most of the combine and workouts and things of that nature. Felt this was one of the picks that it doesn't have to start right away, but he can come in and he can pick off Cam Newton. He can pick off Matt Ryan. He can pick off Drew Brees. And this gives them some versatility to move people around and be able to substitute a lot easier. Mike Smith will love this pick. He's a defensive coordinator for Tampa. He will love this pick. He will utilize this man in the right area. He might even, I know Obi doesn't really tackle very well, but he might use Obi as a William Moore type from Atlanta.
Man. Two places I've seen Obi. Two places I've seen him mocked the most are the Saints at 32 and Tampa Bay. It's just what I've been seeing. Damn, that's crazy. Let me. Is that your final answer?
Come on now. Like I've already hit button A, and I'm waiting for you to give me my $1 million.
No. Let's finish off the non-playoff teams. Who you got for Denver?
Denver gets Bortles. I believe that their trio of tackles that they have right now, and Watson and Stevenson and Samarello, did I say that correctly? They're all trash.
Yeah,
all of those guys are trash.
Damn.
It's either Ramczyk or Bortles at this pick. They need to take care of the offensive line first and build off of that so they can go farther down the road, especially since they were already kind of close to getting to the playoffs. They have an offensive line that can protect their quarterback. It will go farther. It will go much farther, Bronco fans.
So just left over on the board here, you are aware that O.J. Howard hasn't been taken yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You better not make it to 28. I'll tell you that much. No Joe Mixon, no Malik McDowell, no Derek Barnett right here, no Tim Williams. I feel like there's a few cornerbacks that are still on the board that should be gone right now. Cam Robinson, is Cam Robinson gone? Cam Robinson's still on the board. So,
no.
Hey, you're not playing around here. You lining us up. Ryan Ramczyk. Okay, that's just whew. Okay. Somebody just hit me up, say Bucks just got JJ Wilcox in free agency. As a Cowboys fan, you shouldn't be excited, bro. Chill out. Don't be excited, man. Chill out. Let's get through these phone calls and knock out the back half of this mock draft. 251, quickly. Who this?
It's Will.
What you got, Will?
Is that your mock or that dude's mock?
This is Daniel Spencer's mock.
That shit is trash, dude.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get Will up out of here. And
I guess that's just your opinion, man. All right, okay. Just a mock draft, man.
2, 3, 4, 9, 6.
Not a rapper.
I'm about to permanently block Will ass. Like, don't answer. Permanently block Will ass. Okay, cool. 301. Who this? Oh, my bad. I still got you muted, man. Will got me. I'm up here trying to block the hell out of this man. 301. Who this?
No, it's all good. This Bug, man. Voch for the dude, man.
What's up, Bug, man? You holding down for the Doski-Woski, brother?
Man, you already know it. Look, man, we down hard Redskins fans over here. That Dalvin pick, that Dalvin Cook pick, good, man. But I don't know if we hop on the running back in the 17th. If we're gonna take anybody in the 17th, I think we'll take Hassan Reddick 17th, man. And I guess like trade up or something like that for maybe Joe Mixon if he ain't there 49th. I think Joe Mixon is second best running back in this draft, if not the first.
Man, thing about it, as a Cowboys fan running into Washington all these years, man, y'all don't value running back that much, man. Y'all, I see y'all skip over running back every year. Y'all just, you just let Matt Jones be the guy, and what's his face that took his job last year. Good?
No. Fat Rob, cool. Fat Rob did a good job. Matt Jones had a fumbling problem too, but
yeah.
I think we would have been a little bit higher on the running back situation if we ain't have to throw the whole house garage in the backyard for RG3. Like, we missed out on a lot of picks just because we had to trade up so much to get him. We probably would have had somebody by now.
Hey, that's true. That's true. And and then the bad part about it is not only did y'all give up all those picks to go get Rob, Rams ain't do shit with them picks.
Look, the Rams ain't do shit with the picks, and he ain't work out, and he ain't even playing football no more. We should have just went with Kirk Cousins then at fourth, listened to Mike Shanahan, and then we would have been good right now.
Y'all have been good if you'd just got Kirk Cousins, dog. That's funny, man. That's hilarious.
Man, that's crazy.
Man, this was a good call, man. You got about 5 more seconds. I'm gonna give you about 10 more seconds to make a point. What else you got for the show, man?
Man, look, all I want for Christmas is Hassan Reddick in the first round, Joe Mixon in the second round. I want to trade either our third and fourth for Sheldon Richardson from the Jets, man, and get him, and we good. I don't care about none of the other picks, man.
Man, what kind of Christmas you asking for, man? Damn.
A huge one. We need one, man.
Hey, man, this was a good call. What's your name, man?
Boog, B-O-O-G, man.
Boog, I'm about to save you into the log, man, so when you call back, I'm gonna jump you straight to the front of the line. Boog, the Skins fan. Appreciate you, man.
You already know. I appreciate you too, Voch. Appreciate it, man.
100%, man. Boog, the Skins fan. That is hilarious, man. That boy said he wanted Reddick first, Mixon in the second, and he wanted to trade all the rest of the picks to get Sheldon Richardson. He ain't care about nothing else. That's funny, man. That's funny. Phone lines open. Hey, man, phone lines open if y'all want to call in. Follow me, Voch Lombardi, on Twitter. Hit the sub button. Hit the little bell next to it so you know when I'm dropping. Hit Daniel up, UNGR Podcast on Twitter. UNGR Podcast on Twitter. He's a great follow, especially if you're if you're a Falcons fan. He's more Falcons driven. So if you're a Falcons fan, go hit up UNGR Podcast on Twitter. Also go follow and listen and find the Unintentional Grounding Podcast. Dan does a good job over there. Let's get into these playoff teams, man. Let's get the first 4 out the way. Detroit, what you got?
I have the scariest freaking pick to the Lions. Malik McDowell's going to the Lions.
I wanted that man in Dallas, bro. I wanted that man in Dallas. But I love Malik McDowell. Anybody that's been keeping up with me, y'all know how I feel about Malik McDowell, and y'all know the narrative that they pushing on this man is garbage. Let me tell y'all about the Illuminati ears real quick. Somebody hit me tap me on the shoulder. They ain't really do it, but they say, "Yo, coach." I say, "What's up, man?" They say, "Man, it's funny, man." They say, you were defending Malik's motor, and then out of nowhere you dropped the Caleb Brantley video and you show his lack of motor, and nobody's talking about Caleb Brantley's lack of motor. Nobody requested for Caleb Brantley, but you just decided to drop it. Is that the reason why you dropped it? Yes, that's the reason why I dropped it. Everybody has this narrative that Malik is lazy. I don't see it on film. We don't talk about Caleb Brantley taking plays off. Trust your eyes, man. And I always get into a rant trying to tell y'all, don't believe what they tell you on the internet. Make up your mind yourself, even when you watching my videos. Okay? Even when you watching my videos. Go back and do your own research just in case you disagree with me. That's real talk if I could tell you. I saw on one forum, my man's hit me up. He said, "Hey man, they talk about you on this forum." I clicked the link. And it was basically about, why should I trust this man Voch Lombardi? Why should I believe what he says over the media scouts? And I ain't just tooting my own horn here, but the difference between me and them is I show work. Like math class, I show work. When Mel Kiper get up there and say Taco Charlton, the best edge, he's the second best pass rusher in this class, y'all taking his word for it. When they say Obi Melifonwu is great in coverage, y'all taking his word for it. Go watch film on your own. Come up with your own narrative. It's funny because it make you think who's really watching film all season. When everybody says Mike Williams is the best quarterback, everybody says Cam Robinson is the best left tackle, then they'll go back and say Ryan Ramczyk is the best left tackle. I watched this little simulator thing on ESPN. Goddamn, Garrett Bowles was their best left tackle, and I've been saying this since day one. If you go back and look at the narrative, they'll go back and say, boy, Ryan Ramczyk, boy, he checks off all the boxes. He's big, he's strong, he's nasty. All of a sudden, he's the third best tackle behind Cam Robinson, in which people don't have him at tackle. Now all of a sudden Ryan Ramczyk lacks lower body strength and he's kind of soft to me. All of a sudden people saying this, and Garrett Bowles is their number one tackle on their board. All of a sudden Mike Williams has a speed issue. All of a sudden Mike Williams isn't the most creative route runner. He been that way. Deshaun Kaiser, your number one quarterback all year. Now all of a sudden he's your fourth best. It been that way. And it kind of make you think about it. They say these things in the early portion of the year and they say, oh yeah, we've been watching film. Now all of a sudden they watching the same damn film. Now all of a sudden they got a brand new perspective on things. Make your mind up for yourself. Do the homework. And I ain't telling you that you got to take my opinion because I'm not always right. But at least I show the work. That's just how I feel, man. I remember watching one guy, and I'm gonna move on from this. I saw one cat, I ain't gonna say his name, but I had respect for this man. I had this cat say, well, when you look at Myles Garrett, he gives you everything. He has the speed, he has the strength, he has this array of pass rush moves. He's very polished. And I say, what Myles Garrett you watching? Meanwhile, I'm dropping the Myles Garrett quick look from a year ago saying, yo, Myles fast, he's strong, but he can brush up on that technique a little bit. Now, all of a sudden, Myles Garrett got problems with his technique and his damn polish. Watch the film on your own. Make up your mind for yourself. We're going to jump into the phone real quick. Let me finish writing Malik McDowell's name on the damn screen real quick. Hold on, we're gonna pause the calls real quick. We're gonna get back to these next 4 calls. Hang tight. We're gonna get right to you. I see Drake right there. Hang tight, Drake. Who you got for Miami, Lieutenant Dan?
For Miami, I know everybody was screaming in here, don't do a tight end, don't do a tight end. You're right, actually. I won't. Derek Barnett goes here.
Okay.
He gives them quality, depth, and, when the older players begin to fall away, Barnett will come in and be the full-time role. I like this pick a lot because he's a strong man. He really knows how to play from the defensive end spot. I'm not so sure about kicking him inside, but he could do it eventually if given the proper training. I like him, man. I like this pick.
Deuce was good. Saints writer, Saints analyst, my man Deuce Wyndham. What's happening, bro? Who you got for the Giants, bro?
For the Giants, I have O.J. Howard. And I was
Howard to the Giants, Lieutenant Dan. I ain't messing with you, man. I'm not messing with you. Time out, bro. Let me jump to the phones real quick because I know we got cool ass Drake. I know he has something to say about the Ravens pick. Drake, what you got for the show, man?
Yo, what's up, cool ass boss? What's up, cool ass Dan?
What's going on, man?
Hold it down for Dosky Woski, bro. Go ahead.
I want to say, Dan, I can see Foster being the pick, but only because, one, I do think Foster will fall because of his size and because of the incident at the Combine, so I can see him being on the board at 16. And because I think Corey Davis is going to be off the board. Because if Corey's on the board, the Ravens cannot afford to pass on Corey Davis.
Just in case y'all,
I can see where you're coming from, man.
Just in case y'all listening in, but y'all don't know the Foster incident he's talking about at the Combine. Reuben Foster went off on everybody because the bagels were cold. Go ahead, Drake.
But I don't think that Ozzy's. A lot of people like to think, well, he's from Alabama. Ozzie Newsome's down to pick him. That's not. Ozzie he loves Bama players, but he doesn't let that blind him. Last year, he passed on a Derrick Henry, Ashawn Robinson, and Jaron Reed, and they picked Kamale Correa out of Boise State, and they moved him. He was playing edge at Boise State, but I even watching his tape, he didn't look like an edge player. He looks like an inside linebacker, and they moved him to inside linebacker.
Oh, yeah. Correa was my boy. I loved Correa coming out of Boise State. He was amazing. I was like, he could play outside linebacker or defensive end.
So, cool ass Drake, as a Ravens fan, you saying you don't like the Reuben Foster pick?
I do like it if Corey Davis is gone.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Because we had the 7th ranked defense last year. We loaded up on defense in free agency, and our red zone offense was the team's biggest weakness last year. 100%. It was red zone offense. Kicked too many field goals.
Drake with the numbers. Hey, man, that's all you got because you a platinum caller, Drake, and you know you can have all the time you need to make your points, man.
I just don't want to give up on Correa yet. They moved him to inside linebacker after they drafted him, and like we're going to be running nickel packages a lot. Foster's talent is going to be wasted in Baltimore when he could be a every down player.
Hey, I feel you, man, and I appreciate you because you always got your facts right. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, I'm just saying that you need the depth. I know this is the first round. You're not getting Ruben Foster for depth, but you can utilize certain packages, especially in that nickel package, to put Correa as a rushing threat because Correa's got it, man. He's got the athleticism and he's got the drive to get to quarterbacks. I've seen it in college. I saw it last year. Dude, he can get there. He's a strong man. And then you can put Ruben in the middle, and you can switch this up, man. You can. It works, but I see where you're coming from with Corey Davis. I agree with that.
Somebody says Drake should do slow jams. He should be an R&B singer. Appreciate your cool ass, Drake. Thanks for calling in, bro. You know the phone line always open to you, man. You are platinum. People say, man, what do I have to do to be a platinum caller? Hey, man, it's just something you gotta be. It's not a prerequisite to be a platinum caller. I just know him when I see him. You know what I mean? Let's get a couple of these calls out of the way, then we're gonna move on. Quickly get some calls out of the way. Quick points. 309. What you got? First of all, who this?
Yo, this is Brandon from Peoria, Illinois.
What's happening, Brandon? What you got for the show?
Yo, I'm a little late for the Deshaun Watson pick earlier, but I like the player to Chicago. Having him at 3 scares me. So I'm
with you, man. I'm with you. I totally get it.
Preferably, I would like to get Allen there, and then maybe trade back up in the bottom of the first round to get Watson, because I could see Pace doing that.
Hey, man, thanks for the call, Dan. Your retort.
You have no not you, caller, not you. But you have no idea if Watson will be there if the Texans decide that they're going to grab their guy. So it's trading back up with the Texans. That could be something, but the Texans are so needy at a quarterback that if Watson was already there, they've quartered him a bunch. So I'm not sure about that.
Hey, Dan, let's do this. Let's go ahead and fill out the mock. Okay. And we're gonna end the segment with all calls. Okay. So we can just go ahead and, if somebody just want to see they pick and, get going, we'll do it like that. Who you got for the Oakland Raiders?
Oakland Raiders address their linebacking need by drafting Zach Cunningham.
Love the pick. Go ahead.
That gives them a guy that can be a middle linebacker and go downhill and get some pressure on the quarterback. And some people will say something about his tackling, but I think that's overblown.
If I will say about his tackling, if Zach Cunningham doesn't make it in football, he does have a future in WWE wrestling because he does lead the nation in suplexes right now. So I feel you on that. The Houston Texans lost out on the Tony Romo Super Bowl. Deshaun Watson went 3. Pat Magic went 13, and I believe Mitchell Trubisky. Where the hell Mitch go? Mitch went 12 to Cleveland. Cool. So what the hell Houston gonna do?
Well, Houston's gonna look at their quarterback situation. They're gonna go, well, what kind of offensive line is in front of that? Like, do we just want to kill somebody else? Like, is that how we're gonna do this? So this is Ryan Ramczyk for me. I really believe that this is a good pick for the Texans moving forward. It's not the flash pick. It's not what everybody wants. But Ramczyk here will give them the layout for the future. Then they can go grab somebody.
Do you think the Texans end up going like Jay Cutler or something like that?
That's not out of the realm of possibility, but I could also see like Nate Peterman getting picked up by the Texans in the second round or the third round, wherever you have Peterman going at that point, or going after Kaya or another one of these other guys.
That's interesting. Call us. Hang tight, man. We're gonna go ahead and finish off this mock. Then we're gonna let y'all talk. Thanks for letting me on. It's good talking with you and Dan. I'll be listening though. Salute to you, Drake, man. You're a platinum caller. Seattle, what you got, Dan?
Well, for all you Seattle fans, don't you want another Bruce Irvin? Like, don't you want another guy that can really like get to the quarterback and he's pretty scary? I'd go Tim Williams here.
And that's the thing about Tim Williams, man. People say, well, he's going to be a 5th round pick because he smoked weed, but he didn't fall out of any windows. Like Kim Dichie still went 1st round. Laramie Tunsil had a video, and he still went 1st round. So why are people panicking about Tim Williams?
I don't understand it. It's the weed thing is even probably going to be like a non-factor eventually because the NFL is going to probably it's probably going to legalize it as something for their company that you're not going to get in trouble with. And that's going to probably make a lot of people that go to Denver probably all like free agents will want to go there. So
yeah, I understand. Kansas City, what you got?
Kansas City, I have Deshaun Kaiser going to KC.
That's interesting. Does he fit there? Does he fit? Does he fit?
I think he fits because Andy Reid has been known to love athletic quarterbacks, and his track record shows he's someone who wants a strong arm and the ability to run, and Kaiser does that. So the gunslinger mentality, especially with Spencer Ware and Tyreek Hill there and Travis Kelce and Jeremy Maclin, they can make that work. That'll be a really good pick for them.
Understood. What you got for them Cowboys, man?
Okay, look, I thought about this long and hard because I don't want to not be an admin anymore and get kicked out of this group.
Okay.
So I went with one that I felt would give you the most athletic player here, but also at the same time address something that I feel needs to be done. Cowboys are taking Tack, man.
Okay, I've been losing a little steam on Tack as of late. You know, he's a great athlete, and I'm not knocking your pick because I'm a firm believer of it's a mock, it's only hypothetical. But I'm just giving y'all perspective on my thoughts on Tack. You know, I would rather somebody with a little bit of polish when they come into the league, man. You know, and Marinelli can probably take Tack and put a little ass whoop on him. He can figure this whole thing out, but and I like Tack, but I just been a little skeptical on him.
I think Tack is #a war daddy. Yeah. I really do believe that he'll do anything he can to try to get to the quarterback, and this, just give him time, man. Give him time. He's going to do some great things for the star.
Vincent Phillips says Charles Harris to Dallas. I like Charles Harris. He just got to beat them blocks before he go chase people. Green Bay, what you got?
With Green Bay, I have Jabril Peppers.
I've been saying that a bunch. What's going on with that?
It's becoming this thing where they seem a lot worse for Green Bay secondary that like Micah Hyde is gone, but bringing in Peppers would be kind of like the perfect replacement for Hyde. He can do everything that Hyde did, and then he can also work a little bit on special teams as well. Just kind of give somebody that's a little more versatile too than Micah Hyde. So it works better.
Okay. Steel Jedi, salute to you, bro. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Who they got?
Okay, I thought long and hard on this pick, long and hard, and that does not mean that I didn't think long and hard on every pick. I did, but with the Steelers, I thought about two guys. I thought about either Budda Baker or Sidney Jones. I got Sidney Jones here, man.
Sidney Jones in the first round.
Screw that injury. That is Desmond Trufant 2.0. That is literally a carbon copy of the same person.
Take the chance, let them get rested, and just let them fly, huh?
That's Steelers fans. You're gonna really like this pick. You're gonna like this pick a year down the road. You're gonna be like, he's shored everything up. It's good. I thought about Budda. Here. I thought about a guy that he's not gonna be He's not going to be the Ryan Clark and Troy Polamalu build with Sean Davis, but that would have been neat with Sidney Jones, man. Come on. Look.
That is interesting. Who do you have for your Atlanta Falcons?
I got some draft buzz going on right now about the Atlanta Falcons, and it works. It makes me disappointed, but it works. I got Justin Evans from Texas A&M going to the Atlanta Falcons.
I saw that for the Cowboys, man. I'd be kind of pissed if the Cowboys took Justin Evans. And he's a third round player to me. Nothing against Justin Evans. He's just third round player to me. And if we would have taken him in the first round, I'd be a tad bit hot though. But
this is the same concept as Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, where they're saying he's inconsistent tackler, a mid to late day 2 pick, and I just think there's more behind the player, especially since we're wanting to play 3 safety sets. And he ran a 4.6 at his pro day, but I mean he was hurt. On tape he looks like a 4.45. He's running around popping people, and he can work on his coverage skills, and I think Dan Quinn can do that for him. He worked with Keanu Neal and he got better at coverage. So.
And last but not least, for the New Orleans Saints, and try to make this a lengthy explanation because somebody knocking at my door. Who you got for the New Orleans Saints?
New Orleans Saints lost, I believe it's Cooks, correct, to the Patriots. I think that John Ross makes a lot of sense here. He gives them an explosive player that can speed down the field. This is my nightmare pick to play against the New Orleans Saints with John Ross on the opposite side of the Atlanta Falcons. It scares the living daylights out of me, and I just think this is a great pick. I just man.
All right. And who did you have going to the Saints, by the way? Because I see the chat box killing themselves. Who you had?
John Ross.
Ah, damn.
And this is
rough.
not based on a need. This is based on a system fit that he can step in day 1 and be a speedster, and Drew Brees can just go, whew, and it just right to John Ross, and he just gone down the field, gone by. Scares the hell out of me, man. Scares this pick sucks, and not because it's not a good pick. It's a really good pick. But as a Falcons fan, as a Panthers fan, as a Bucks fan, you gotta stop John Ross and the rest of that crew in New Orleans. I'm not scared of the defense, but I'm definitely scared of John Ross and Drew Brees. Jeez,
man. Okay, Lieutenant Dan. So before we get into the phone calls, because it's a bunch of them, just so y'all know how deep this draft is, all right? Guys that didn't make it in the first round, that didn't make the cut. Joe Mixon, just got John Ross right there. Tease Tabor, Marlon Humphrey, Trey White, Christian McCaffrey, Charles Harris, Chidobe Awuzie, Dan Feeney, TJ Watt, Gerard Davis. I ended up calling him 40 because I didn't know if it was Gerard or Jared. Kevin King is another name that didn't make it to the first round. That's a very interesting mock draft you got here, Lieutenant Dan, and we got 10 calls lined up ready to let you have it. Are you ready, sir? You ready, sir?
Let's go.
Man, let's get into it. I'm not gonna answer that call. So that's 9 people we got ready to let you have it. Oh man, you trolled me. You not a part of the show no more. Let's go 954. Who this?
Hey man, it's Kevin again, man, Giants fan.
What's up?
I'm trying to make this as short and sweet as I can.
Please and thank
you. If we're gonna have a mock draft where top talent falls, I'm glad we're getting O.J. Howard. I ain't gonna complain if it benefits us. O.J. Howard is the only tight end I would want in the first round, so I'm happy for that pick. And I was gonna leave it at that till I heard Christian McCaffrey was not in the first round. Listen, man, I'm gonna say it just because of this. Christian McCaffrey canceled all his workouts today. You know why? Because a team in the top 10 told this man, listen, we're going to take you from there. He canceled all his workouts. Christian McCaffrey know where he's going. He's going in the first round.
Hey.
And you know, man, that's the biggest oversight I can see in this draft. Other than that, man, hey, O.J. Howard to the Giants, if that's what's going to happen, if that's what you got, I'm going to be okay with the draft.
I just want to let you know, do not get your hopes up too high just in case he don't fall. I don't want to hear no sad stories in New York. Thank you, brother. Talking about, I thought we was going to get O.J. Howard. Hell no. 754. Who this?
Yeah, what's up, man? It's Solo, man.
Bring the noise. What you got, bro?
All right, I'm a big Dolphin fan. I like the Barnett pick. I mean, I love for that to happen.
Of course you do.
But
of course.
Yeah, yeah, because I've been watching your video, you know.
I got you. Go ahead. Appreciate that.
But Devontae Parker, man. I mean, I know he have all the talent in the world, but the coach don't kind of blast them in public. I feel like we trade the first pick and Devontae Parker and another pick and get one of these elite defensive players, man.
Hey, man, it's possible. It's possible. Dan, it seemed like the people in the bottom half of the draft that were expecting lesser players are happy because they getting some of the best players. But, them people in the top half ain't messing with you, Dan. Them top half people ain't messing with you. We got a couple snaps. We got a Snapchat from draft expert Andrew Parrish. Let's see what he got to say.
Gary Young, Connolly, the first cornerback off the board. That's crazy, man. Crazy.
Man, I'm not messing with you. Get out of here.
Andrew Parrish always sound like he got a mouthful of marshmallows, don't he? Don't he sound like that? Let's get it.
He sounds like he got some of those Twinkies, man.
Something wrong with him. 318. Who this?
It's Deuce, brother. What's up?
Deuce, what's happening, man? Hey, look, plug your show, man. If we got Saints fans listening, Deuce, plug your stuff, man. What you got? Tell us where we can find you at first.
Well, first, you can find me on Twitter at RevDeuceWyndham or on Canal Street Chronicles or one of about 400 places. ESPN 97.7 up in North Louisiana sometimes, whatever.
Canal Street Chronicles. Come follow this man. Saints fans, come follow this man. Go ahead.
But I had to call just for this one reason alone because I can live with receiver at 32. I can.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to bring this up because of the conversation you and I had last night.
Uh-huh.
Carlos Henderson is better than John Ross.
Hey, let us have it. Let us have
Ross is better than Henderson at.
Tell him
The only thing Ross is better at is speed. The only.
Dude.
Route running, Henderson does better. Hands catching, Henderson does better. As a flanker receiver, he already runs the routes in the route tree that he needs to do in New Orleans. And he's more durable.
This is your platform, man, because I know you told me yesterday you felt like Carlos was the second best receiver that you had, second to Corey Davis, something like that. And look, I want to give you a chance to make your case. I want you to let him know. Tell him. You got 20 more seconds, and then I want to know how you feel about, and then tell me what you think about this Taco Charlton pick. I really want to know what you think about this Taco Charlton pick. Go ahead.
All right, we'll hit Taco. But yeah, and don't just take it from me. If you guys follow Inside the Pylon, another good film study group, I suggest you go follow them. They do good scouting. ITP came out today. John said that Carlos Henderson is his number 2 guy. Above Mike was number 3 guy. He had Mike Williams at 2, Henderson at 3. I feel the same way. I feel you can't take a single player in this draft, go film for film, play for play, for the flanker position that we're talking about replacing in New Orleans. Keep in mind, flankers, split ends, 2 completely different positions, and please don't call them the same.
Yeah.
Mike Williams is not the same as Henderson, nor should they be seen as wide receivers. They are 2 completely different positions. So if you're going to fill flanker for New Orleans, show me somebody on tape that does better than what Henderson does every play.
Damn.
He is the best yards after catch receiver in this draft. That's not up for debate. Every statistic is behind it.
True. True. That's who I have on my show. That's who I bring up in here. We bring the facts up in here. We don't do that media scout stuff. We don't just take people's word for it. We do the work, people. Deuce, thank you for calling in, brother.
Yeah, bro.
I'll be on your show soon. Thank you. Man, listen. Listen. Bring the noise, man. Bring the noise. Who else we got on the phone, man? I got friends in low places. Here we go. Gary from DC, he wanted to call in and tell us about the Packers pick, right?
Yeah, man. What's going on? Oh my God.
Let us have it, man.
Listen, man. I don't care about no other pick in the draft, man. I love the pick, man. I love the pick. I thought it would have been something like McCaffrey. They have Mixon visit, but you see, some people don't.
Time out. You love the Peppers pick?
I love it.
Hold on, time out.
People got him going.
Wait, time out. Let me hit this. Explain yourself. Go.
A lot of people got Peppers going in the second round. I didn't. I thought we probably would pick somebody else. But see, it makes sense for us to pick him. See, Peppers is a dog. He's a dog. We need more Mike Daniels on the team. We need more, LaTroy Guyons on the team. We need more dogs. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no soft, no pretty boys on the team.
Pretty boys like who? Pretty boys like who?
We got I'm not calling them out. We got a lot of pretty boys on the team. On the defensive side, we need animals. We need gutters. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying Demarius Randall ain't shit?
Listen, man. Listen, he got potential.
Damn.
He got potential, and he got heart. He's very good. He's very good. Out of the cornerbacks that we had last year, he's the best one.
You don't like Quentin Rollins neither. You don't like Quentin Rollins.
Sucks on the outside. Quentin Rollins sucks on the outside. He's a nickel at best.
Tell us how you feel. You think Clinton Dix is soft, huh? Tell us what you really feel.
No. Ha is a safety. I love Ha. He gonna play right beside him. But you know what I'm saying? But some dudes gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, he listen. When we was at the top of our game, okay, we had a guy by the name of Nick Collins. I don't know if you know Nick Collins.
I know Nick Collins.
Nick Collins made it to 3 consecutive Pro Bowls before he had a career-ending injury.
Damn.
All right, he was the heart and soul of our defense. Okay, he was the reason why our defense was so solid. Okay, and I see that in him. You know what I'm saying? I see that in the Michigan guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, we need somebody like that. We got 2 guys. We got Clay Matthews. We got Kyler Fackrell, who's coming on strong. He's going to be good. Trust me on that. He's going to be good on the outside. We had the best run defense last year. So the guys up front is solid.
Y'all had the best run defense till you ran into Dallas. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, of course. But he ran through everybody.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Zeke did whoop everybody. Yeah, that's fair enough. Hey man, look.
Yeah.
We got about 8.
I hope it go like that.
We got about 8 more people on the line. Gary, thanks for calling in. You a platinum caller, bro.
Thanks, man. Salute, dude.
That's funny, man. That's funny. He said he ran through everybody. That's real. That's true. That's true. Zeke ran
I'm not
through
looking forward to playing you guys this year. Screw that.
Oh man, that's funny. Let's do this. Let's go 717-410. My cell phone just overload. Every area code I can pull from the Ludacris song. It's funny. 717, what you got for the show, bro?
Yeah, what's going on? I just want to ask Dan, what do you think about between Corey Davis and Mike Williams?
What do I think about the two of them? Like,
who do you think's the better
who's
receiver?
better at what?
The better receiver,
the better receiver. They do a little bit. One does things a little bit different than the other. It really comes down to what the system calls for, and then what slots are open. So I would almost say that Mike does some things that are really good, and Corey does pretty much everything that Mike doesn't do well, 10 times better than he does. So. I like Corey Davis a lot. I think he's a true number 1 wide receiver. I think Mike Williams is probably a 2 and could develop into a 1. So there's a ceiling on both. I can't decide between either one of those 2 guys. They're both really good wide receivers. I don't want to do you like that, but
I got you. I feel what you're saying. But because I'm a Niners fan, that Solomon Thomas pick, like I just don't never like seeing it. Like
you've been seeing you've been seeing it a bunch. Then you see it everywhere.
Yeah, it's just like we got a lot of defensive linemen. Don't you think Ronald Blair or somebody like that might be able to get pass rush from the inside? Because we got a lot of linemen.
My thought process on the Niners pick is that they might not even be there. That's like half of these top 15 teams may not even be there, man. Like the trades are real in this draft, and I wasn't doing any trades, so I mean I can't be throwing people around doing all this and have to calculate trade, currency and whatnot. But like,
yeah, that's good. That's good news. I like
Solomon
to hear
gives
that,
you exactly what you want for a Seahawks defense.
About
really
that Solomon Thomas. I want a star. I don't know if he's a star. I understand he's good, but.
Hey, I feel you, man. But I'm about to go ahead and get you off the phone, though, man. Thanks for calling in today, bro.
All right.
Salute. Man, we got some great calls, man. We got 4 more calls on the line. I think that's about where we're going to stop it at. We're going to run all these Snapchats, then we're going to wrap this thing up. We do have film dropping tonight. I'll let y'all know later, making y'all stick around. You know what I mean? Daniel's Twitter's on the screen. UNGR Podcast at UNGR Podcast on Twitter. Go give him a follow and hate on him a little bit. It's especially if you're a Falcons fan. He has some great Falcons content. 484. Who this?
It's Steel Jedi. And why am I not a platinum caller already?
You must be calling you must be calling in from a different number, bro. Because I had you saved in, but you it ain't popping up. Steel Jedi, Steelers pick. What you got, bro?
Hey,
quickly.
Before I get into the Steelers pick,
quickly,
I just want to say,
quickly.
Just realize it's a mock draft.
Quickly.
Everybody, calm down.
I know you long-winded.
I am waving my terrible towel.
I said quickly.
I love that pick.
You ain't listening.
Love that pick.
You love the Sidney Jones pick, okay?
Woo! Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
You care to elaborate, or you just gonna wave your terrible towel?
Well, okay. Well, because you said quickly.
Quickly.
So I said I love the pick.
Quickly. tell me why quickly.
I really like the pick. I mean, for the future, him and Artie Burns could easily be the next no-fly zone in the National Football League. I think he comes back year 2 and is absolutely a freak show in the AFC North.
Hey, that was quick. Thanks, Steel Jedi. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the follow, man.
Steel Jedi loves taking Sidney Jones and just sitting him down for a couple of months and letting him grow with Artie Burns. That's interesting.
I like how somebody in the thing was like, man, this draft was unrealistic. All mock drafts are unrealistic.
All of them are unrealistic. All mock drafts are sorry. All of them are trash. All of them ain't gonna go that way. Shut up. Y'all don't look when people say, yeah, look, man, I was right about this pick. You weren't right about the pick. You guessed correctly. Cut it out. I unmuted you and I muted you again. Pardon me. 405. Who this?
Hey, yo, this is Lane at Oklahoma City.
Lane, what's happening, man? Rockets gave y'all that business. What's up, bro?
Hey, I got a question about that Giants pick, man.
Yes, sir.
So the Giants just took Rhett Ellison in free agency.
All right.
What that tells me is that maybe they're looking to beef up that offensive line at the tight end to, help out that young Paul Perkins running back.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want Dan to sell me on this O.J. Howard pick, because I feel like if they were going to take a pick in the first round, maybe they would also take an offensive lineman that would further help this young running back, because I feel like they got their receiver needs taken care of with Brandon Marshall and free agency.
You really need selling for the O.J. Howard pick?
Maybe not as an athlete, but as far as he fits on the Giants. You know what I'm saying?
O.J. Howard
I would love to have O.J. Howard.
He's also the best blocking tight end in the draft, if you want to go there. And I know people want to tell me about George Kittle. George Kittle kind of pancaked that one dude from North Dakota State and went viral, but OJ kind of did this to Derek Barnett one time. OJ kind of did this to Carl Lawson. OJ does this. He blocks SEC talent. He does it, and he fits into the offensive line. He's not a liability. Then
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I don't want to sell any of you on these picks. I just want to open your mind to the possibility of how the draft could shake out in much different ways. So with O.J. Howard, I feel, and I even had to be sold on it from another Giants fan, because I was about to give you guys an offensive lineman. But he said, we can take O.J. Howard and utilize him to block. We can take O.J. Howard and give him to the Giants to give us another weapon. It's more than just the one identity. It's the multiple packages that we can run with O.J. Howard, and I was like, okay, I get it.
One of the funniest
where you're coming from.
One of the funniest comments almost made me laugh out loud. Pepperface too. Who is Justin Evans? That's hilarious to me. That's hilarious. Yeah, we talking about Black Gronk. Yes, dudes. O.J. Howard is Black Gronk, but I think O.J. Howard is a better blocker. I think O.J. Howard is a better athlete than Gronk. I think Gronk is he's a combination of I'm just big enough to beat your corners and I'm just fast enough to beat your linebackers. I think OJ can be better than that. That's my opinion. Let's get him off the phone.
Yeah, I can be down with that.
Hey, that Black Grunk. Black, potentially better Grunk. We're going to get you off the line, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. All right. 3 more callers. We're going to get into some Snapchats and we going to leave. Arden Key from LSU is better than Myles Garrett. Stay tuned, man. I might have something to say about Myles Garrett, man. I mean about Arden Key. Stay tuned, man. Not today, but I may have an Arden Key something to say soon. You know what I mean? That's an exclusive for Stream Gang right there, okay? Hit the subscribe button if y'all haven't. Follow me on Twitter, Voch Lombardi. Follow Dan, UNGR Podcast. 770, who this?
I'm from Atlanta, and I have a question for the guy who did the mock draft.
Daniel,
That's me.
A fellow Falcon fan. Go ahead, Daniel.
Fellow Falcon fan. Yeah. I have one question, and that's why Justin Evans?
Why Justin Evans and why not Charles Harris or Derek Rivers? Or I mean, I can go down the list because I'm a huge Falcons fan, so I can go down the list of why not put somebody on the other side of Vic Beasley? Why not grab a linebacker that can be the new strong side or will? Why not grab a right guard? Because I have Wes Schweitzer to go as the right guard. I believe he's developed already. He played really well. He almost beat out Chris Chester. And they just went with Chris Chester as the veteran. Why not Charles Harris, one of those guys, to come out on the right-hand side? Because we've looked at, I believe it is 12 or 13 defensive ends or edge rushers over the course of a month, and they're all within rounds 2 to 4. And why not grab a linebacker that can be one of those side pieces? Because I believe that we're going to grab a guy like Keon Adams and develop him into something in like the 5th. So and Dan Quinn wants to run 3 safeties and he wants another hard-hitting guy. So we've already got Ricardo Allen. Throw in Justin Evans and Keon O'Neal, and we're going to hold up just fine.
Yep, and then I have one more question. Am I blind, or did Carl Lawson fall out of the first?
Yes, he did.
Yep, he did.
I just want y'all to and that's why I kind of said that list after the 32nd pick. I want y'all to get an understanding. People say, oh, he's a guaranteed first rounder. Oh, this guy's a guaranteed first rounder. Oh, that guy, he's going to go first round. It's a lot of guys this draft, man. It's a lot of guys this draft, and I want y'all to get conditioned to the idea that one of your favorite players is going to end up in day 2. And one of your favorite players is going to end up in the 3rd round. Y'all just be ready for it right now.
Yeah, I have one more thing to say.
Quickly.
I would love Carl Lawson in Atlanta. I would love it.
Of course you would.
You could probably get him day 2. But, I mean, I don't know if you'll get to pick 60, what is that, 63 is that we're at?
63, something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for the call, bro. Fellow Atlanta fan. Y'all,
thanks, man.
Y'all Atlanta Falcons fans, y'all want that ATL Falcon knowledge. Hit my man up, Daniel, man. Unintentional Grounding Podcast. Check him out. 2 more calls. We're going to get out of here. 865, who this?
Hey, what's good, Voch?
What's that, man? Who this?
This is Peyton in Tennessee.
Peyton in Tennessee. What's good, man? What you got for the show?
Okay, so I understand it's a mock, and I understand the point of the exercise is to examine the things that could happen. But
the point of the exercise, the point of the skill assessment is the exercises in class. Go ahead.
I just don't necessarily get the Deshaun Kaiser pick. I agree. I think we're a quarterback away from really taking it over the top as a true contender. But, next year is going to be the draft of the quarterback with all those guys. And this year we got more pressing needs. Like, we got Kenneth Acker and Phillip Gaines out opposite Marcus Peters. And teams are just picking on that opposite corner. Why not take a guy like Sidney Jones?
Probably because y'all feel like y'all can get a just as good corner. I ain't saying one of these guys are better, but you feel like you can get a guy just as good in the 2nd round at your pick. Kevin King may be there, Chidobe Awuzie may be there.
The other guy talking around, Quincy Wilson.
Hey man, y'all don't want to hear this though. Y'all don't want to hear this, but Cordray Tankersley is a grown man, in man coverage. Like I wouldn't give him too much space to react though. But if you want to play some physical football and let that man play man coverage, Dan talked about scheme adjusted round fit. That's some that's some SARF for your ass. Like Cordray Tankersley may not be one of the best corners up here, but for what he does, if you a man team, go get Cordray, and you can get him late. So there's options at corner.
Probably into like what, the third?
Possibly. I mean, hell, Marlon Humphrey fell in the second round in this draft. Trey White fell in the second round. Awuzie, Desmond King, Kevin King is options.
And your team could use SARF, system adjusted round fit, to be like, nah, we've got to take him right here, right now, and that could be a second round pick. That could be they could jump to go get him. I'm really seriously, I cannot stress this enough. The Falcons did it with Keanu O'Neal and Deion Jones because they knew those players were going to be fantastic for them. They used system adjusted round fit to take them around early because they knew the player level, the skill level that they were going to get. Draft community didn't care about that, but the team did, and that's really all that matters. So.
Yeah, Peyton, my bad, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I hit the wrong button, but I was gonna wrap you up anyway. I just didn't get a chance to say.
Thanks for calling in, Peyton.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna run these last two calls real quick. 386, real quick. What's up? Who this?
Hey, what's up, man? I want to say good job on this draft. Y'all don't understand that at least 9 NFL teams need quarterbacks this year.
Yeah. Hey man, salute. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a part of this, man, and calling in. What you got? Quickly.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that's a great pick for Atlanta. Justin Evans is going to be a good fit to replace Ricardo Allen.
Are you a Falcons fan?
Yeah.
You should tune in to Daniel's podcast. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, I like his pick, man, because that safety we got, he's a 5th-round corner that we converted to a safety. And, I hear a lot of people talking about the Falcons and how they blew the Super Bowl, but they don't understand we had 5 rookies on defense.
We not going to make excuses because them 5 rookies took you there. Them 5 rookies took you to the Super Bowl, so you know what I mean? We're not gonna do that.
It's a battle of attrition, and the Falcons didn't have enough depth, and that's the damn point.
5 more seconds, bro. What you got? 5 more seconds. 5.
Yeah. I just want to say, hey, man, I thought it was a great job, 2. Man. Y'all did it up. So.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Salute, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. And the last call of the night, Mr. Irrelevant himself. 317, who this?
Yo, man, it's Tyler from Indy.
Tyler from Indy. What you got, sir?
What's going on, man?
I got to say, Daniel, I got to give you props for doing a mock draft live in front of a whole bunch of people eating you alive in chat right now.
Hell yeah.
And personally, I have a couple issues with your mock, but, it's your opinion. I respect it.
Go ahead. Give us 2 of your biggest issues quickly.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and start with the one with Indianapolis. You have Jamal Adams, which is a great player, but then you have Reuben Foster right after him. Like, when you compare linebackers and safeties on our team, we would probably go with Reuben Foster over that. When you compare our linebacking cores with our safety situation, like, I get that they're both, subpar, but it's obvious that we need someone like Reuben Foster in our linebacking core. Can you, explain to me why you go that thought process?
While he's telling you that, I'm going to go ahead and cut you off, man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
So he wanted to know why I took Adams over Foster.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole it was a little hard to hear him.
Right, quickly.
I just believe that it's a better system fit for Jamal Adams to go there, and I understand the linebacker situation. I do know that I said early on it's like taking 2 poisons and which one you're gonna take, which one you're gonna leave out. But man, you can't pass up on this guy that's gonna fit your system the best as he basically falls in your lap.
Absolutely.
So
You got to take them. You got to take them. It just is what it is. No questions asked. You got to take them. We about to look at these last few Snapchats and we going to get up out of here. And we do have film for tonight, so get your notebooks ready. Peyton, drop the Snapchat. What you got?
What's the most unpredictable pick in the NFL draft?
We not going to, we not.
Plug my mock for me, www.wearedynasty.com.
WeAreDynasty.com. Go check out Peyton Galler's mock draft. He really wanted me to mock that. Alan, what you got?
Steelers getting my boy TJ Watt. Eagles getting McCaffrey. We talking about that lights getting love.
TJ Watt still on the board. That's interesting. McCaffrey's still on the board. The Browns got options at 33. Chris Brown.
But if his name was Joey Buck from obscure state, he'd be in the 4th round, right?
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Chris Brock.
Can you ask Daniel what he thinks about Raiders getting Buda Baker at 24 because he can play in the slot and replace Reggie Nelson next year and get a linebacker like Duke Riley in the
Buda Baker to the Raiders. What you think?
I don't think that's a bad pick at all. It definitely gives them a help in the situation because Buda's versatile. So,
and you know what? And this is not a popular thought. As I quickly say this, I think Chidobe Awuzie does exactly what Buda Baker does, but a little taller and maybe a little better.
I don't think you're far off. I actually high five to that because the tape doesn't lie, right?
Yeah, it doesn't lie. And so if y'all want to give Chidobe Awuzie a little bit of love, and you was mad at Buda Baker for being 5'9", 10, Chidobe Awuzie does that exact same thing. Film session on him coming soon. So I guess I gotta, I guess I gotta do one on him. Josh Culberson.
Not too much hate for the Trubisky pick. Would rather have Adams than go after a QB next year, but I understand why you made a Cleveland kid.
You like the Trubisky pick.
However crazy it may look and seem, shout out to Daniel Spencer for making a different mock than the same old mocks we keep seeing over and over and over.
Shouts out to Dan for being creative, for not just falling by the wayside. We're not gonna look at Steel Jedi. He's done.
Bow to you, sir. Bow to you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Steel Jedi, you just gonna hog all the airtime. What you got?
Voch. Alfonso thinks Njoku, Engram, then O.J. Howard as the top 3 tight ends. What is he smoking?
He's just incorrect. He's smoking that incorrect. RJ, what you got?
Bruh, I'm not even a Saints fan, but y'all want Taco for the Saints?
Hey, look, Dan.
Don't tell the Saints that because
Dan,
they're the one that's courting them. They're the one that's taking them to Outback Steakhouse and being like, "We got you, man. We got you." They're giving him shoulder rubs.
Time out, Dan. This the funny part, right? Dude was eating the taco and he zoomed in on the camera while he was saying that. That's hilarious. He was eating the taco. Nice. Just J 99.
Dan, you on drugs, bro? Forrest Lamp? He's top 10.
Forrest Lamp at the top 10. People love him.
The only drugs I take is life, man.
One last Snapchat. Non-unintentional grounding. Daniel, what you got?
It is just a mock, but Jamal Adams has to go before 15. I mean, if he drops out of the top 10, that's just
Hey, it is what it is. Thanks to everybody that. Oh, I got one more. My bad. Alberto.
How about the New Orleans Saints getting a corner because you didn't put a corner in their draft, so I think they have a very big need at corner.
The Saints have a big need at corner, but they're drafting like 38, and hell, Tre'Davious might be there. Tees may be there. Marlon Humphrey may be there. Awuzie may be there. Kevin King may be there. You got
Kevin
options.
King.
Thanks for everybody that Snapchatted, okay? And that's everybody on the phone line. So we going. Okay, this cat been calling and hanging up. Let's see who this is. One last caller. You got 15 seconds. 605. Who this? Cause I love y'all so much, man. I just can't let y'all just slide like that. 605. Who this?
All right, man. This is Animal, bro.
What you got, man? What you got?
I just woke up from a nap, and this smoke is all over the place, man. You have gay on comedy. That is blasphemous, bro.
8 more seconds.
You have Tim Williams at 26. I don't mind that. He has off-field issues, but he is a premium pressure, so
2 seconds.
I give you that. But,
2 seconds.
Justin Evans, come on, dog.
Thanks for calling in, bro. I know I put you in a bad spot, man. I know I put you in a bad spot. But I've ended the show 6 times. I've ended the show 6 times. And
Peace and shalom to you all.
And then I did the Snapchats, and then I got one left. Come on, man. Appreciate you for calling, though, man. Thanks everybody for coming through, man. I just went to my video manager. Okay. And I just clicked on the film session for the night. We got Jared Davis. Midway through the film session, I got pissed off and I didn't know what to call him, so I just ended up calling him 40. so go out there right now and check out that 40 tape. Dan, get all your plugs out the way right now, especially for the Falcons fans. Listen in because he's very Falcons based. Falcons fans. Go ahead,
Falcons fans and literally all the fans of all 32 teams. UNGR podcast on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube, Unintentional Grounding. I like to do some stuff and hate on Voch here or there. And then also follow me on, I got a Twitch. If you guys just want to talk life stuff and watch me play some games and talk football as well, I got a Twitch there, Unintentional Grounding. And then follow us on Facebook and Podbean as well. Those are both Unintentional Grounding.
Y'all know me, man. I'm Voch Lombardi. Hit that like button. Y'all been commenting all day, so you know how that goes. Please subscribe, man, and hit that little bell next to it so you know when I drop this obscure stuff. And hey, man, follow me on Twitter, Voch Lombardi. Join my group, Lombardi's Draft Talk. It's about 1,700 people in there disagreeing about stuff. Let me get some shout-outs, man. Originally Real, man. Josh Culberson, you were all over the place today. Thanks for calling in, man. Blake Willie, Haran, my man Deuce, Canal Street Chronicles. Check him out, man. He does live work over there on Facebook. Pastor Voch from the new YouTube Missionary Baptist Church mock draft with his 7th closing.
You had a man from Germany give a shout out. I can't find him there, but he was like, shout out from Germany.
Salute to everybody in Germany right now. Salute to you too, brother. My man Festerson, he on all the videos. He part of the notification squad. One of the first ones to pop in. It's something special when you jump in and you one of the first ones to watch the film session because you're part of the notification squad, man. Salute to y'all. Rex Smith, Odeezy, Originally Real, another one of these cats that's always part of the live streams, man. Salute to y'all. Pepperface with the comment of the day. Cool ass Drake. Everybody, man, appreciate you, man, and thanks for Lieutenant Dan for coming through. Getting all the ridicule, getting all the hate and aggression for y'all, man. Thanks for coming through, brother.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'll be here. I'm an admin.
He'll
what you say.
He'll be in the Facebook group. He'll be on Twitter hating on me. Hey man, the draft is 10 days away. I'm gonna do a pre-draft discussing some ideas that I think is gonna happen. Just going over my final thoughts. There's gonna be a post-draft. Right after, then there's gonna be a 2018, the first player from the 2018 class. We're gonna jump right into it, man. I'm not taking no time, dog. We're gonna drop a 2018 player from that class. We're gonna have a quick look on him, not a whole film session. We ain't got a lot of film on him, but there's gonna be a quick look on him. The night of, right after that post draft show after the draft. All right. It's Voch Lombardi, man. Y'all hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey. Y'all drop them bows like Dusty Rose. That's Lieutenant Dan. We good. Peace, man.
Woo!